Okay. Oh man, this Joe tripping, man. But hey, we in here. Slight delay this time, slight. We gonna fix this back up now that I got more time to fix this up, man. I'm gonna show y'all a couple of things, man. We gonna have fun. Yeah, y'all just don't know what be happening behind the scenes. Y'all just don't know. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It is absolutely crazy. OCO, though. OCO, I hope y'all doing well.
OCO, freethinkers. You're now tuned into the realest historian on the planet. He's here to make you think.
It's go time, Slim. Relax and take notes.
Look at that Indian right there. Look at this Indian.
The best teacher you wished you had in school. Have your pens and paper handy and get ready to take notes. Take notes.
Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
It's Dane Calloway.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Set it on fire. 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 Fire.
All right, so look, it's been a while since I've been. Hold, let me cut that off real quick. I'm a little late, so let me put the situation on the situation real quick. Hold up, let me put that on there. Put that on there. Boom, put that on there. Y'all should be hearing M16 music in the background at a nice level. Shout out to M16. I see a couple folks coming up in here trolling already, trying clickbait. Or not clickbait, they trying to, what's it called? Rage bait. But they won't ever see me in person, pussies. All right, so let me see. Let me pull this up. Hold up. Make sure everything's straight on my side. Yeah, so look, I got a few things I want to go over about this particular topic. And I want to get into it, man. How y'all doing? Everything good? I know some of y'all still cold, right? Like some of y'all got snow. Like out here in Texas, we got snow. No. We got, I mean, what they want to call it? They called it ice. That's what it was. They called it ice. And it was there for like maybe a day or two, maybe 3. And that was it. You know, now we back up the temperatures. Like we walking into spring already. But I know some of y'all y'all still in the snow, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Like a lot of y'all in the East Coast, y'all still in snow, right? And then some of y'all in the Midwest. Well, Midwest, I know y'all used to that. Right? Y'all should be straight. Midwest, like that's what y'all, you know. But East Coast, I heard y'all did y'all get that blizzard they claimed was coming? Pennsylvania, didn't y'all get snow? Talk to me. Y'all did? Maryland got it? Now, when the last time I was looking at it, they were saying that it was going to be 24 inches in Virginia. And DC and Maryland was going to get like, y'all was going to get 6 to 12 inches. Y'all did get it? Oh, okay. But y'all good now though, right? Or are y'all still in snow? Okay, New York is still in snow. Baltimore got it. Y'all got 20 feet of snow? No. Not 20 feet. You ain't getting no 20 feet. You meant to say 20 inches. 20 feet. You ain't even, like, You can't even go outside, bro. 20 feet? What? How? Like what? That would have been, we would have known where that was located. Everybody would have been talking about that. Y'all got 30 inches? Nah, I think he made a mistake and said 20 feet. Nah, come on, bro. 20 feet? That's a lot. And that's a blizzard. That's like, that shouldn't even be here. Like that. We need to know where that's located because we know they manipulating the weather right there where you located if you got 20 feet. Now, at least 20 inches though, right? Y'all got 2.5? What, 2.5 feet in PA? You said that's Russia, 20 feet? Yeah, I know Russia probably used to that. Russia just got 6.5 feet. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's my height. God. That's a lot, bro. That's why them Russians coming over here. So y'all shouldn't, I mean, well, maybe, hopefully, y'all will warm up after this. No, East Coast, y'all not about to warm up until like end of March, beginning of April. Woo, yeah, it's gonna take y'all a little second to warm up. Hopefully y'all start seeing some 50 to 60 degree weather. I wanna wish that upon all of the East Coast. I would love for y'all to witness the spring early. Y'all probably not gonna see it till like the end of March, but I'm gonna speak positive affirmations y'all way, cause I know y'all tired of that snow right now. More snow coming on the East Coast? Nah, cast it away. Cast it away. Come on, cast that snow away. I know y'all don't want that. I know some of y'all that love the snow, like, Dane, shut up. Don't say nothing. Nah, it's a lot of people that don't like the snow. We ain't children no more. What we gonna do? Go outside and build up a snowman? Tell Santa Claus, look what we did? Look, Santa Claus. But speaking of ice, the segue. Look, speaking of ice. Woo, 19 degrees in upstate New York. Damn, bro. Now that's freezing temperatures. Y'all got long johns on? Y'all got overalls? Don't lie. I ain't making fun of you. Just make sure y'all bundle up out there, especially if y'all got children. Make sure them cheering good. Hats, coats. Hats and coats, like, I mean, wrap them up. Wrap them up like mummies. Yeah, long johns, yeah. 17 in Jersey. 21 where you at? Yeah, the Under Armour do it too. 11 degrees in Columbus, Ohio. Wow. 17 in PA. 13 in Central Michigan. Now Midwest, this is y'all. Y'all be cold around this time. Y'all used to it. Y'all go complain, but y'all still live there. like this is what y'all do every year. Okay? Minnesota better not say a goddamn thing. There go Minnesota. Look, Milwaukee, 14 degrees. 15 degrees in Alabama. Now that's cold in Alabama. Negative 17 degrees in Missouri last week. Ooh. Man, I feel sorry for your man. Unless y'all got the heat thumping in the inside, y'all ain't about to get nothing done inside that house. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That engine ain't gonna work. Look. Nowadays, it take premium. Back in the day, we used to go off the regular. We don't like mid, skip straight to premium. I'm keeping it PG-13. Hush. I'm keeping it PG-13. 14 degrees of PA. Yeah, and yeah, that's what I said. We in the 80s right now. I'm not trying to rub it in. But look, y'all should get on Florida. Florida did not get cold. Well, y'all did get us. Florida got a little bit of, y'all should get on Florida though. Florida didn't see a thing. No snow, barely cold weather. Get on Florida. See, us and Cali, we got hit, right? Florida ain't see a thing. Get on Florida. Get on them. Vegas too. Matter of fact, I'm glad you brought that up. Vegas too. They didn't see a thing. They in the 70s right now. So when I say we in the 70s and 80s, don't take it like I'm bragging. We went through what y'all was going through. By the way, they were saying that this cold front that allegedly came to the United States came from Canada and worked its way all the way down to Texas. And I'm trying to understand how. Not true. Snow flurries on Monday. For who? You talking about for Florida? Uh-oh. Let me find out. Y'all about to get it now? That's good. Good. Y'all, I swear. Because Florida almost got away with it. It snowed in North Florida. Y'all had snow flurries in Florida. Y'all got to start talking about what part though, because some people in Florida disagreeing. 27 in Florida last weekend. Yeah, I know y'all got the cold temperatures, but did y'all see ice and snow? Like everybody else. Right, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, everybody should get on y'all. Like, cause everybody got hit but y'all. Like, I don't understand how they skipped that big state of Florida. Louisiana don't count. Don't try to say, well, Louisiana got it. Nah, Florida. The one they want to claim is Florida, all of Florida. Jacksonville had flurries. Jamaica saw snow. Wow. That's interesting. That's interesting. New Orleans was good. Okay, that's good. It was just raining for y'all. That's good. South Park said blame Canada. Pensacola over Panama City, Florida snowed about 2 weeks ago. It was snowing in North Florida. 80 degrees in Arizona today. Shh, Arizona? Damn. You can't be rubbing it in everybody's face. Keep in mind, we in the beginning of February and they in 80-degree weather. $30 degrees in Detroit, felt like summer. Yeah, that's y'all summer right there. That's it. Look, at least you kept it real. At least you kept it real. I appreciate that. They killed Kenny. Yeah, I know y'all tired of seeing snow, Mob Deuce. Mob Deuce, what's going on? How you? Yeah, they definitely cloud seeding in every state. Cloud seeding in every state. They claim that it's for livestock. That's what it's 88 in Los Angeles? Okay, y'all back up there then. 88 in LA? Y'all back, we about to be up there with y'all. Landover in the building, what up? Hey, and what up, y'all? Hey, hold on, matter of fact, before I apologize. Who we got in the building today? Am I playing any music? I am, right? Yeah, I'm playing some music. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait, what my which one is it this one?
Emojis, turn up.
If y'all can, do me a favor and spam up the chat real quick, right? Let's spam up the chat. Warm y'all up. No pun intended. No pun intended. I'ma just warm y'all up, right? Real quick. We just gonna do the shout outs for everybody's city and state real quick. No pun intended. I know some of y'all cold, but listen, we gonna warm it up, right? Spam up the chat with, indigenous emojis, preferably. You know what I mean? Some of y'all could throw the hot emoji in there to warm some people up that need it. PA needed, New York needed. Lord have mercy. 17 degrees? Hit it one more time, y'all. Hit it one more time. Lord knows they need it.
Keep spamming emojis, you flat in the chat.
I tell you what, that's what I'll do. Since we just started it all, I'll do that one more time and start shouting everybody else out real quick. So I'm gonna shout out Fort Worth, Texas, what up? California in the building, what up? Gary, Indiana in the building. Cleveland, Ohio in the building. Toronto, Canada is -12. What up, Toronto, Canada? What's going on? I see you cold. Upper Marlboro in the building. What up, Maryland? What up? Atlanta, Georgia in the building. South Carolina in the building. Columbus, South Carolina in the building. Yeah. Dallas, Texas checking in. What up? Jersey in the building. My bad, Jersey. I feel sorry for y'all right now. Naptown in the building. Brooklyn in the building. Tallahassee, Florida in the building. Duval is in the building. What that say? Hold up. Wait a minute, now y'all going too fast. Hold up, wait a minute. Wait a minute, slow it down a little bit. Thank you, because I can't. Look, well, I don't know what did the add slow down the chat because I couldn't see. That just was going too quick. Houston, Texas in the building. Detroit in the building. Oklahoma City in the building. Hartford, Connecticut in the building. Dublin, GA in the building. Minnesota in the building. Port County, Florida in the building. Pittsburgh, PA in the building. Green Bay, Wisconsin. Woo! Green Bay, Wisconsin in the building. I know it's cold right now. St. Petersburg, Florida, what up? Jersey, what up? Maine, what up? 757 VA, what up? Arkansas in the building. What? Hey, Arkansas is gorgeous. I'm coming back to visit y'all. I missed a couple of them. Nashville, Tennessee in the building. I see you, Jamaica. What up? Southeast in the building. You ain't had to put the F on there. I'm gonna pronounce it that way anyway. I'm from Southeast, okay? Shout out to Richmond, VA. I see you, VA. I see you, Richmond. Buffalo, New York in the building. Durham, North Carolina in the building. Wait a minute, Clearwater, Florida in the building. Damn, Clearwater, Florida. Illinois, greetings. OCO, what's up? Oak Cliff, Texas in the building. I see Texas in there heavy. Cali in here heavy. North Carolina in here heavy. Oxon Hill, Waldorf in the building. That's Maryland. What up, Maryland? Hey, I meant to put this on repeat. Hold up. I forgot to put it on repeat. Skip up. Where we at? Kingston, North Carolina. OCO, Deuce Dizzle. OCO, how you, brother? Florida, D. Now I see Florida in here heavy. Tuscaloosa, Alabama in the building. Jacksonville in the building. Boston in the house. I see you. Buffalo, New York in the building. OCO. Knoxville in the building. Chesapeake, VA in the building. Rochester in the building. Gambling, Louisiana in the building. Dane County in the building. Y'all in here heavy tonight. I appreciate that. I know we late. I know it's late night, but we gonna have fun tonight. Greenville, Greenville, South Carolina. I miss Greenville, bruh. I'ma pay a visit. I gotta pay another visit to Greenville. I had fun down there. Mo, who said Alabama Avenue? What's wrong with Alabama? That's right up the street from where I'm from. Man, shout out to Alabama Avenue. And shout out to Good Hope Road, because I know they done changed it to Marionberry. I heard it's Marionberry Avenue now. Haven't been there since they did that. Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee in the building. St. Louis in the building. Hey, St. Louis, what y'all looking like right now? Kansas City, Missouri right now. I'm talking about y'all weather. Southside Chicago in the building. Chi-Town in the building. What up, Chi-Town? St. Paul, Minnesota. Phoenix, Arizona. Hot-ass state. God damn it. Baltimore in the building. What up, B-More? Yellowstone, Texas in the building. Rock Hill, South Carolina. Louisville, Kentucky. Tuskegee, Alabama, College Station, Texas in the building. Wow, where is that at? College Station, Texas. Birmingham, Alabama, Augusta, Georgia, Atlanta, ATL. Ho. What up, ATL? And then your weird Saponi in the building. I know that. Hey, I know that's right. 22 in St. Louis? Okay. There'll be 61 in Monday. Good. Y'all warming back up. Y'all warming back up. Good. I appreciate that. Duval in the building. Yes. All right. Come on, man. Come on. I done did it. All right. Now, before we get started, right? I want to give myself a round of applause, right? Because look, it took me a year and a half to get this done. And it's finally here. Some of y'all might have seen it. Some of y'all already probably put in your orders and got it coming to your, to your house. Or you probably downloaded it and got it on your cell phone right now. A year and a half to get this done. I'm gonna quickly mention this. My brand new book, and this is not a freaking game. To me personally, this is my number one book. Me personally, this is my number one book. Why? Because this is very valuable. This is something that you can implement right now. This is something that you should implement right now. Now, on the back of the book, I explained it. I said most families do not lose what they built because they were careless. They lose it because no one ever showed them the system. Homes are lost. Family is divided. Accounts are frozen. Families fractured. Not from a lack of love, but from a lack of structure. The Quiet Blueprint of Wealth is neither a motivational book nor financial hype. It is a grounded step-by-step instructional guide. Listen, I'm gonna say that one more time. It is a grounded step-by-step instructional guide for families who want their wealth, property, and decisions to survive transition without chaos, court interference, or confusion. Now, inside of this book, you will learn what trusts actually are. All of them, revocable, irrevocable, especially the main ones, and land trusts. Okay? You're gonna learn how they work in real life and why signing documents alone does not protect your family. You will understand how probate quietly drains time, privacy, and control, while homes and land are often lost after death or incapacity, and how proper structure, not hope, proper structure keeps assets in the family. This book does not promise shortcuts. I'm gonna say it again. This book does not promise shortcuts. Again, this book does not promise shortcuts. It teaches systems. It's written for y'all homeowners out there, the parents, and all of y'all who are legacy builders, or anyone tired of watching families lose everything during transition. Now I'm referring to when people pass. This guide replaces fear and misinformation with clarity, discipline, and order. My last sentence on the description, it says, because legacy is not just what you leave behind. Legacy is what still works when you're not there to explain it. This book right here, as a matter of fact, that's absolute fire. I gotta listen. Let me tell y'all right now, because I always get asked this, and I've been getting asked this for a while. That's why it took me so long to get this done, because I wanted to make this right and exact. This is a master class, ladies and gentlemen. It's 38 chapters. It's about 400 and something odd pages. It has multiple different things in there that you won't ever have to leave the book to get the answer. Even the questions I was asking people to ask me, I gave you the questions again in the book and also gave you the answer. Everything is properly structured and detail oriented. I made sure that you will not get lost. I made sure that it does not become overwhelming. I made sure that I didn't miss anything. Remember those conversations I was having about what I was telling you to do with your life insurance, okay? And how your trust should be over your life insurance. That's how you generate, or that's how you accumulate generational wealth. Making sure that the trust agreement, okay, is set up for those beneficiaries that you put in there. All of that is inside of the book. Every single thing I mentioned during my live streams and my videos, this is all in the book. And I wrote it calm. I'm not getting on you. Now, okay, I gotta admit, some chapters, I give you a authoritative tone. Not too much where you're gonna feel like I'm getting on you, like beating you up. I'm just letting you know how serious these parts are, especially when I'm telling you the chapters about protecting your assets, protecting your trust. Oh, that part is very important because a lot of people lose grasp on that. And I see a lot of them fail by not protecting themselves properly. But yeah, and I always give my acknowledgement inside of the book. This thing is full-fledged. I had plenty of time to write this. I wasn't rushed or anything. To me, this is my #1 book. This is something that you can literally take now and do for yourself and your family right now. This is how you build a legacy. So this is the quiet blueprint of wealth. Why? Because this is normally gatekept. This is normally gatekept. This is not really talked about in detail. Not like this. Not like this. And this is not the get rich quick scheme. This is not no pyramid scheme. This is not, let me show you quickly. It's not that. This takes time. And I'm always focused on having structure, the proper structure. You're going to hear me use that term a lot. Structure and legacy is used a lot inside of this book. So again, this is my opinion, this is my #1 book. Even though I'm gonna have more books to come after this, but man, this is so valuable. I can't, like, honestly, a lot of people said I should have been charging higher. A lot of people. and y'all can ask even my moderators in the chat. I called them. It was like, yo, how much do you think this should be? Because I'm always looking out for my people, but I'm always undercutting myself. I'm not gonna lie. And people always say that. Like, why you got that so low, Dane? Why you got that so low? This one is up. I'm not gonna lie. This one is up, but it should be higher. But this one is up because it's not just a book. It's a masterclass. It's literally front to back, start to finish. You do not need to come out of the book to do anything. You stay in the book. You stay in the book. All of the answers that you need are in the book. And I show you how to get it started. Not only that, I tell you how to maintain it. That's another thing. How to maintain it, how to keep it going. And I'm living it in real life. This is what I do in real time. Like, this ain't no show, let me just put on a show for the people and act like I know what I'm doing. No, I do this now on a daily basis. But yeah, and on top of that, I cross-referenced everything. And I'll mention this, and you're going to see me mention that inside of the book and give the ones that assisted me a shout out. And inside the acknowledgements, went to different states and requested interviews, not necessarily interviews, but it was consultations where I had to pay between $50 to $150 for certain states of estate planning attorneys, because I just wanted to make sure that I know certain states do the quick claim deeds differently. That's in there as well. You're gonna hear me mention that, but I wanted to make sure I'm right and exact with everything. So I cross-referenced everything before this even became public. So everything about protecting your home, like making sure that your home doesn't go into probate, making sure that your home, listen, even if you are paying your note or with mortgage, I show you and tell you what to do where it doesn't fall into the court's hands or goes back to the bank. How do you protect yourself from that? You have to focus on that. I tell you about those term. I tell you about the term insurance. That's gonna save your ass. That term insurance keeps you from not having to allow your children to pay off that house. That term insurance pays that house. And your house, that deed is signed to the trust, so that stays in the family. Okay, now I also explain irrevocable. I tell you that I'm going to give you the options. You're going to see it, or which one. You got to do one or the other. You're going to have to do it. The irrevocable is something that you cannot change, though. That is permanent. So you're going to see that the steps that I'm telling you to take before you get to that point, but eventually you will. But that revocable is going to be so critical because of how you're going to have it structured and why you're going to be protected, how you're going to be protected. So, because certain people say, well, nah, you can still be liable for certain things, and it depends on how you have it structured. Again, this is about structure. Now, I'm going to be doing some, not classes, but some videos and some live streams on particular parts of this book. Not all of it, just particular parts. I'm going to just keep it real with you right now, straight up, like I always have been. Just particular parts. Okay, but this is something that our people especially need right now, because those foreigners are coming over here already knowing what to do. They get handed this information quickly, and a lot of them don't have to pay interest on nothing. We know that to be true. Heater Iska, I already put that out there. They don't got to pay interest. That's automatically turning into a loan. Correction. They don't have to pay interest. That's automatically turning into an investment. Their loans turn into an investment. Heater Iska. And that's not fair. Now keep in mind, that's just not for some Caucasians. That's also those Hindustans. That's also for certain Arabians. Okay, those that what they would claim who are Semites. Okay, and that's not fair that they are the only ones utilizing this to their advantage, and they're building legacies quietly with their own family members, and we don't have that. So that's why, because at first this was going to be a class, and I said, nah, that's not, hold on. Let me give them something more tangible and hand it to them so they could do it, and it's properly done. Because I don't play, it's going to be properly structured so you can do it for you and your family. Now, there's also going to be a section in there where I'm telling you how to explain this to your family. So I know, hold on, because this is a sensitive topic. I know how certain, I can't, let me not use my family as an example. Let me not do that. Dane, don't do that. Certain families get out of line when money's involved, when land is involved, when assets are involved. I tell you what to do verbatim. I give you scenarios. I give you the outcomes. I even give you the part if you do it wrong. I tell you what happens. Okay? So I'm not going to steer you in the wrong direction. Everything is accounted for. This is estate planning attorney approved. I can legally say that. I got it done. You have to get this done. I highly recommend it. All right. And I'm going to be coming back to this again in other videos and other live streams. But so it's finally here. Paperback, hardcover. You can get it off of Amazon or anywhere else books are sold. It's going to be in stores. Give it about another 48 hours, maybe 72, where it'll be physically in stores. And if y'all start getting it off of Amazon and other, websites, it's probably going to get to you around the 7th or the 8th. I'm being, legit here. If you want it right now, meaning you want the digital version, DaneMakeYouThink.com. That's my website. It's nowhere else but DaneMakeYouThink.com. And you'll be able to download it to your device, including your freaking iPhone, in which I highly recommend that you stop using Safari and download Google Chrome and then download it to your phone, because Safari got a mind of its own depending on what iPhone you got. I done seen it. We done seen it where y'all don't know where y'all downloads went, but it's on your phone, and Safari got a download folder. My iPhone got a download folder. The iCloud got a download folder. It is so silly. Yeah, anyway, but I'm just saying, yeah, or Brave, yeah, you can use Brave. Use another browser, goddammit, and then download it to your phone. If you got an iPhone or Apple device. Yeah, because they be, you know, I don't want y'all to look. Because as soon as, you go be able to see it as soon as you download it. It's not streamed to your phone. That's automatically downloaded to your phone. Automatically downloaded. So just be mindful of that. When you download it, just like you download anything off of my website, not just a book, that's going directly to whatever device. As soon as you click the download button, whatever you got is going directly to your device. No matter if it is full or not. Okay? If your device is full, your device will tell you, hey, we can't download this. You know, you need some space. So you will get notified with that. But in most cases, y'all may have some cloud service hanging in the background. Make sure you check them cloud services that's hanging in the background. Most likely it's sitting right there for you. But yeah, if you download the films off of my website, those are MP4 files. And I narrowed it down so it won't be big old files sitting on your devices. So you're good on that part. But this right here shouldn't be a big file to you. It shouldn't be, unless you got that thing filled up with a bunch of naked pictures and naked videos of yourself. You should be fine. This is a PDF. This is a PDF file. I'm just saying.
Set it on fire.
I worked my butt off for this here. Okay? I'm not playing. This is one of the, that's why I haven't been posting. That's why I haven't been super active online. My red tail was behind the scenes working on this and a couple of other things that y'all getting ready to see. But this one was critical. I had to put this one out first. And what you see on the screen is how the book looks. It ain't gonna be no, dang, wait a minute, why mine look different? No, that's how that mofo look. It look gorgeous, look just like that. All right, so the next thing, somebody sent me this and they wanted me to see this. Dane, please, before you get started, watch this video. Oh, Lord. What is this about? Live action short film. Bruh, what is this? What is... Okay, all right, hold on. I'm gonna react to it. I don't know what this is. Hold up.
It wasn't always like this.
Man, is this about... Wait, hold on, let me calm down.
I used to think we were lucky. I thought we had it all. A simple house, good life, Sunday mornings, dance-offs, afternoons at the park.
What is this?
Story time.
Just one more, Mama.
It was our perfect little world. Then it started. First the sirens, then the emergency broadcasts.
Oh, that's it. That's it, Raccoon City. This Resident Evil. This ain't the game. What is this?
Then the screams. God, the screams. And then silence. And I learned something I never wanted to know. How fast everything you love can go away. We ran. We fought. We hid. And still, they came.
Wow.
I told myself we would make it. We just needed more time. You always think that you have more time. Until you don't.
Wait, is this the game or the movie?
If anyone finds this, tell them I tried. Tell them I was still me. Right up until the end.
Oh! Oh! Wow!
That's the last of them. Facility secured.
Copy that. Raccoon City is ours.
This is the game! What? Hold on. Okay, that's fire. That's fire. I'm not gonna lie. That was fire. That caught me. I thought they was about to say the movie get ready to come out.
Fire.
This is the game. The game come out February 27th. Okay, keep in mind the game don't look like that. I don't want nobody to see. That could be confusing if people don't know. But no, the game don't look like that. So they just kind of sort of gave us a backstory a little bit to somebody else that's unrelated to the. Again, I'm playing this February 27th. Y'all know for a fact that Resident Evil is my favorite game. I be playing Resident Evil music all the time during all my videos and stuff like that when I'm in documentary format. This is good. I'm not getting paid for this or nothing. Hold on. Matter of fact, this is no sponsorship. Let me disclaimer. No sponsorship or nothing. I'm not getting paid for none of that. I wish I was, but no. Nah, If anything, I'm going to be playing this the day it come out. I should live stream it. But y'all going to be scared. Honestly, if I live stream this, who going to be scared? If you going to be scared, press 1. if you going to be scared, say you scared. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing this myself. I ain't new Resident Evil, I'm playing it. You seen some gameplay? I saw a little bit of gameplay, but I'm not trying to look at it because I'm trying to be intrigued as soon as I, play it. Y'all scared? Damn. All of y'all pressing 1. It's a game. It's a video game. Ain't nothing but some zombies. They talking about the apocalypse, y'all prepared for that? Yeah, I'm going to stream it. I am going to stream it. Yeah, nah, I'm gonna be on camera too. I'm gonna be, it's gonna be set up differently. I'll be on camera and then y'all just watching me play the game. But that's at the end of this month. So February 27th, I already got it locked in. Okay. Right after that, I'm about to be talking about ICE. This is crazy how this was. Okay, I see why you wanted me to play this before that. Okay, because this is kind of sort of related in a way, but I'm not trying to scare nobody. I'm not trying to listen. Listen, y'all, look, Resident Evil is a game. I know how that could have been realistic in a way, but it's not. I know y'all don't want it to be realistic. I don't want it to be realistic. I just love that video game. And I've been ever since I was young. I think it came out in 1997. I think Resident Evil 1 came out in 1997. Now they're on Resident Evil 9. So Resident Evil Requiem is Resident Evil 9. Stream it. No, I am going to stream it. I'm going to stream it right here. I'm not playing. I'm going to be streaming it on my platform. This is not a gaming channel, but I'm dedicating. Look how long it took them to do this. I'm playing this game on stream. I don't care. Like they can be mad at me all they want. I'm playing this game. I'm on camera and everything. I'm playing this goddamn game. I'm gonna have it set up with my children because my children want to see it. So they probably going to be in Discord with me, so y'all get to hear their reactions. My children want to watch it, so that's another thing. I usually play this around the children, like we watching them. You know what I mean? Like a movie, like how we watch movies. This is very similar. Yeah, I get excited. This is man, what? This is Resident Evil. Look. That's Resident Evil 2. I'm telling you, go back on my video. I'm playing Resident Evil. I'm always into it. Said faux hat for you. Y'all scared? Yeah, no, it did look like a movie trailer, but nah. This is a game. You see, PlayStation 5, Xbox, Steam. I'm gonna be playing it on Steam or PlayStation. Most likely Steam though, because I need to stream it. But yeah. Yep, that's probably gonna be the only time I do that. Yeah, this is the save room music, Resident Evil 2. Yep. And then hold on, I can take that off. This is Resident Evil. Y'all tell me which Resident Evil this is. If you're a Resident Evil fan. All right, hold on. Let me move on though, and I'll keep this music going because it's matching up with. That's another reason why I play it, because it match up with real life. So a lot of things was happening around ICE. Not only was there multiple protests going on in multiple different states right here in America, but it was also, this is not Resident Evil 1. Right, this was Resident Evil 7. Absolutely correct. This is Resident Evil 7. But it was also a couple of people that got arrested. Now, when I was creating this thumbnail right here, I'm gonna keep this, I'm gonna tell them, Blue. When I was creating this thumbnail right here, they were protecting Don Lemon big time. Like the AI, 2 AI programs that I use was having a hard time with this, with creating, they were protected. I never seen them give me those type of messages ever. They was protected Don Lemon, even though they knew that Don Lemon got arrested. And I was like, damn, bro. That why they protected him so hard? Now we can't render an image of him. I'm like, what? What happened? But so I never looked into what he was doing. So let me start off with that, because I never looked into it, and I just want to see. So based off of what was sent, it started off with Don Lemon giving, and I can't stand his ass. I don't watch them. I'm not, he's a former CNN anchor. I do remember that. And he's gay and he's married to a white guy. And he was coming at Nicki Minaj. I did see that. But let me see. This was, I believe this video was before he got arrested. Let me see.
What I will say is that I'm not a protester. I went there to be a journalist.
No.
I went there.
No, this was after. Hold on. So let me play the video right here. Let me play this one.
An operation that is secret, that they invited folks out.
This is Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere. They don't expect us to come there. And then we disrupt business as usual.
So right now it's kind of mayhem. We're not part of the activists, but we're here.
Now, what they were doing was coming to a church. This is based off of what I'm hearing. They went to a church to protest against ICE. And I was like, why would they come to a church to protest against ICE? Now, come to find out, the owner or the pastor, rather, of the church worked for ICE. He was an ICE agent. And I was like, why cause ruckus in the church? That don't make sense. Like, that's how you know this is scripted, but let me keep going.
Did they explain to you why they're here?
They did not.
They said that there is someone here in Easterwood, someone who is a member of ICE, and he's a pastor of the church.
Our church had gathered for worship, which we do every Sunday. We asked them to leave, and they obviously have not left.
So this is what the First Amendment is about the freedom to protest.
There's varying array of views in this church on politics.
Wait a minute. Even though you have the right to protest, that doesn't give you the right to protest inside of a church. Meaning, isn't that private property? Like, inside, I don't get it. Now, I remember Carla was sending me videos, and I'm gonna show those videos too after this one, but she was sending me videos of these people protesting in schools, in public schools. I'm gonna come to that right after this.
Recognize the complexity of the issue.
This shows you just how divided America is. When you look at the protesters here, and then you look at the people there who are praying, and you know what was the interesting thing? If these two groups could just get together, they might figure out what to do.
I don't necessarily agree with everything that's going on in the Twin Cities right now, but I don't think it's good to fight fire with fire. I think it's good to speak up, and I think it's good to protest, but I think it's better to do it in a peaceful way.
Yeah, that was interesting to watch. This guy here, look, he's hugging his kid. And, you know, I just imagine it's uncomfortable and traumatic for the people here. They think you lost and this didn't accomplish anything, and you went into their house, the house of the Lord.
The reality is the house of the Lord is a place where love lives. It's not a place where you can have a pastor masquerading as the director for the field office of ICE in St. Paul.
Oh, he had a high-paying position. He was the director. Let me hear that one more time. So the pastor of this church,
as the director for the field office of ICE
for the field office of ICE in St. Paul, Minnesota. But that's still, wait, so why did they arrest Don Lemon? Like, all he's doing is journalist work. Again, this is my first time seeing this ever. Like, I'm not playing. I purposely did not want to see this, because I was like, oh man, anytime I see Don Lemon on it, it's an act, because he's a big time actor. Like, he literally has acting credentials, in which most of the news anchors do. You guys can look this up. Let me see here. Let me play this other video. So he got arrested, and then he spoke out. I guess he's explaining why he got arrested right here. Let me see.
What I will say is that I'm not a protester. I went there to be a journalist. I went there to chronicle and document and record what was happening. I was following that one group around, and so that's what I did. I reported on them. And so, but I do think that there is a difference between a protester and a journalist.
How are you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, that's a really, that's an honest answer. I don't know. I mean, I'm okay, but I'm not going to let them steal my joy. But this is very serious. I mean, these are federal criminal charges. The attorney reached out to them and said, basically, I understand that you have an interest because your folks have been talking about it. And so if you are serious about this, then let's do it the right way. He's perfectly willing to self-report it, which means turn yourself in. And so we don't have to go through this whole rigmarole. And never heard back from them. Walking up to the room, and I pressed the elevator button, and all of a sudden I feel myself being jostled, and people trying to grab me and put me in handcuffs, and they didn't have a warrant. So they had to wait for someone from outside, an FBI guy, to come in to show me a warrant on a cell phone. And they took me outside. FBI guys were out there. I mean, it had to be maybe a dozen people, which is a waste, Jimmy, of resources. They want to embarrass you. They want to intimidate you.
A warrant on a cell phone? Huh? They could do that? Nah, that don't sound right. Hold on a second. Was Don Lemon actually charged federally? And if so, tell me what his charges were. Hold on.
Don Lemon was arrested on January 29, 2026, while covering the Grammys. He was charged in connection to a January 18th protest at a church in Minnesota. The charges include conspiracy to deprive civil rights and violating the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act, as authorities allege he obstructed a worship service. Lemon denies participating beyond his role as a journalist, and his next court hearing is scheduled for February 9th.
Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act. What is the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act?
Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act, often called the FACE Act, is a U.S. law enacted in 1994. It prohibits the use of force, threats of force, or physical obstruction to injure, intimidate, or interfere with someone seeking reproductive health services or those providing them. It also applies to places of worship. In essence, it ensures safe access to clinics and protects both patients and healthcare workers from harassment or violence.
So why would Don Lemon be charged with any of this if... why would he be charged with any of this?
As far as I'm aware, Don Lemon hasn't been charged under the FACE Act. If you heard something along those lines, it might be a misunderstanding or misinformation. The FACE Act generally applies to people using force or threats to block access to clinics or places of worship. If you're seeing any claims about him in that context, it's worth double-checking reliable sources. Let me know if you want to clarify what you've heard.
Hold up, that's crazy because you just told me that. The charges include conspiracy. Yeah, you sure did. You said the charges include... Wait a minute. The Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances. Yeah, the FACE Act. What? Interesting. See how you can't trust AI? And that was live. All right, so, okay. So obstruction? I mean, he wasn't supposed to do journalist work right there. I guess without a permit, that's probably what they're gonna hit him with. Me just thinking about it. I'm just thinking about, yeah, he didn't have a permit. He was inside of a church. Did those protesters have a permit? Because you have to have a permit to protest, or at least legally protest inside of a place. And in some cases, outside of a place. Okay, I'm gonna look more into that. But okay, so now let me show correlating information dealing with this. Now, students, and this was in Northeast Ohio, were walking out of school to protest against ICE, which is weird. Students taking action against ICE. Like when, I'm trying to think of when have I ever heard of little like children walking out of school and protesting. I'm trying to think. Besides probably the civil rights movement, but the civil rights movement, they were being led by older people, and they wanted them to sign up with the NAACP, the youth department, to act in demonstrations. So this is probably the same thing. Okay, here we go. Let me see.
Today, students walked out of schools across Northeast Ohio in protest of federal immigration enforcement, leaving classes to gather and march outside their campuses. The demonstrations in Cleveland, specifically at the Cleveland School of the Arts, echoed nationwide activism against immigration and customs enforcement policies.
Where the hell are our elected officials?
Protesters carried signs and chanted ICE out of our cities, as peers voiced fear and frustration over recent enforcement actions. Those national concerns were heightened by recent confrontations between ICE and communities, including an incident in Minneapolis showing aggressive enforcement tactics and fallout from deadly encounters between federal agents and civilians. Students say their walkouts are meant to raise awareness and stand in solidarity with immigrant families and other young people calling for changes to how immigration law is enforced. Reporting for Cleveland 13, I'm David Jones.
Okay, here's another one. So Campus International, John Marshall, and Collinville. Then a couple more, Glenville, New Tech West, and Byrd. Okay, John Hay. Nah, this is organized. That's too many places. That was like 9 different places that they just showed. That's organized. Of course. So they're being led to do that. And these people are supposed to be in school. Questionable, because what's the reason why they're protesting against ICE? A lot of people are saying, wait, stop the harassment of illegal immigrants. But wouldn't you want illegal immigrants out of the country that are not supposed to be here? Because the illegal immigrants, number one, are illegal. Number two, could do things to harm you, right? They could become criminals. The majority of them, they said that they were criminals. They could be involved in criminal acts over here, just out of complete jealousy, as an example. I'm just saying, as an example. What's the reason why? What's the reason why you want to protest against ICE? And why now? Because where were you during Joe Biden's administration? Where were you during Obama's administration? Where were you during Trump's first administration? Where were you? Because again, they had organizations like ICE back then. They were deporting illegal immigrants back then, numerous times, every presidency. Now, the borders were wide open during Joe Biden's presidency. Millions of illegal immigrants are here. What do you think? No, keep them here. They're supposed to be here. So the people who are not American citizens, you want them to stay here. Really? This is why I believe all of this is scripted. All of this is scripted. This ain't got nothing to do with real talk. Now I understand why ICE is in Minnesota, because a lot of illegal immigrants are there, especially with fraudulent cases right here. They in regular cars and they blowing their horn like ICE that's about to stop them. And to be honest with you, they look like regular police. Nah, he say he got ICE badge, police ICE. Blowing a horn for what? Now, I'm not gonna lie. It don't take that many people to get something done. But I mean, it is what it is. It's almost like they issuing warrants for, actually, that's what it is. They're acting as if they have a warrant for certain people, and which I wonder where they get these people's information from. Like if they came over here illegally, wait a minute, y'all. I just thought about that. If a person is coming over here illegally, how would they be able to get that person's information? Wouldn't that be discreet? Wouldn't you be using a totally different name? Wait a minute. How are they getting these people's information? You said through facial recognition? Their family snitching? Interesting. Through Doge? No, it go deeper than this. We definitely about to go deeper, but no, hold up, wait. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. No, it go deeper than that. But I'm just warming up the conversation because we got multiple people who are participating as ICE to deport illegal immigrants. They have warrants for these people arrests. They have their information. So they got to be working closely with FBI in order for them to spy on certain people or spy on people in general. Why script this though? The part that I'm saying that they're scripting is people protesting against ICE. That part is scripted. Not the fact that ICE is deporting people. I'm talking about the protests are scripted. That's what I'm referring to. Because why? What's the point? That's what they're supposed to do. You wouldn't want illegal people in your country. That's why I feel like that's politically done. That's why I feel as though it's scripted. And they're just doing that to try to make it seem like Trump is this and that. You know, whatever you want to call it. They're trying to blame it on Trump. And again, I just mentioned that this happened during multiple different presidents' era, not just Trump's. And again, they wasn't even doing this during his first presidency. So this is, okay, so they got whoever this was. With your phone, you screaming and yelling. It's cold outside. You ain't got nothing else to do? What in the world do you have on, miss? Miss, it's snow on the ground. Go put some pants on. What are you doing? Somebody, is that her husband? He should have snatched her up. Like, get your ass back in the house. What's fucked up? God damn, they fully loaded. Wait a minute. No, that's a paintball gun. Wait a minute, that's a paintball gun. I got that same gun. Huh? Wait, hold on. Wait. Mine load the same way. Oh, pepper pellets? Oh, okay. I was about to say, ain't no way they hitting them with paintball. That still hurt though. Don't get it twisted. Man, mine load the exact same way. Okay. Yeah, he even got tape around his. You can tell, look. You can tell he been using his. He got tape around his right there. Those pellets must be heavy. All right. Let me come up a little bit. They just blowing that horn the whole time. And then they got this old ass man. You ain't let them put no clothes on? Damn, it's cold outside. Now I ain't gonna lie, bro, that's wrong. At least let him put some clothes on, bro. Man, come on, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's cold as shit out there. That's wrong. Damn, it take all those people just to get one person. Okay, all right. Anyway. Here go another one. Oh, Lord. Here they go blowing the horn again. Like, what is the point of this?
Shame on you!
Like, I would love to ask somebody who's against, okay, any of y'all against ICE in the chat? Who's against ICE in the chat? And be real, if you against ICE, speak up. I need to bring you on the panel. I need to know exactly why. Like, tell me why you against ICE. If you against ICE, press 2. I need to know. I want to bring you up. And don't lie just so you can come up on the panel. Be for real. Press 2 if you against ICE. I'm talking about 2? Okay, come up on the panel. Kalahari, are you in the 13%? If you not, listen. Y'all lying. Watch y'all lying. I need y'all to come up on the panel. Tell me why y'all against ICE. Now, I want to bring them up. Look, hit that link right there. That right there where it says join the 13% server. Let me bring you up right now. Hold on. I need to hear this. Give me a reason. Let me hear you. Hold on, I'm opening up Discord right now. Hold up. Okay. I'm in there now. Yeah, I need to hear this. Let me hear the reason why they doing this. Or meaning the reason why they will be against ICE. Let me hear. Let me hear. You said bro was trolling? He trolling? I didn't see it because I was in the middle of trying to set it up. Come on, y'all. Don't have me set this up and y'all not about to come up here and tell me why. He trolling? He trolling? He may not be trolling. Because if you look at it, I mean, it's so many people out there.
Force is not law. You are not following the law.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, if the Niji people do this, these officers not about to be standing around pointing fingers, telling them to go. They gonna be trying to pull us out the car, lock us up, throw us in jail. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way in the world it's gonna be. That would have been 2 minutes of us causing ruckus, and it would have been ended. I'm talking about quickly. After 90 seconds. It would be so fast that people wouldn't have time to pull out their phones, got cameras rolling. That's why I feel like all of this is scripted. This part right here is scripted. That's what I'm referring to. So I'm waiting, you know. I'm waiting. I got the panel open right now. I got the panel open. So even if I don't see you come up, the mods and administrators will, and they'll bring you up on the panel. So I'm ready when you ready. I want to hear this. Before we even go any further. Oh, they pulled her out the car. Look at that. After 40 seconds, they finally pull her ass out the car. She blocking traffic. Damn, she need to take her seatbelt off. Okay. All right, no, whatever. All right, that's enough. That's enough. So was he trolling? Cause he not even saying that in the chat now. Kalahari, where are you? Were you trolling? Be honest. Be honest. Were you trolling? And who else? When y'all press 2, where y'all at? I want to hear y'all. If you if you are against ICE, I want to hear from you right now. I have the panel open. Everybody will be able to hear you. Some of y'all pressing 2. If you press 2, that means that you are against ICE. Let me hear you. Y'all better not be, you know what I think is going on? Y'all know what I think going on, right? I think we got some bots in the house. I'm not saying Kalahari a bot. Nah, Kalahari not a bot. I think Kalahari was trolling, but I think all the rest of them probably bots. Yeah, the faceless accounts. Yeah. the bots that came through. Nah, and Kalahari was probably serious. Man, I wanted to hear that. I wanted to hear Somebody respond. And tell me, inform Dane Calloway, why are you against ICE? Please. I'm live on my panel right now, brother. We got, it's about almost 12, not to remind y'all of the time. About 15 or so hundred watching. Okay. If y'all press 2, hit the link right there that says join the 13%. Join the 13%. I'm live in there right now, waiting for you to pop up on the panel right now. The administrators and the administrators and the moderators got my back. They'll bring you up on the panel immediately. Y'all hear that noise? I'm in there. All right. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I try to give him a second. He's a foreigner. We don't know that. Let him speak. Why do you always speak for Mexican immigrants? Oh, no. Now you rage baiting. Now you rage baiting. There go Kalahari. Discord is tweaking. Give you a second. Come on, Kalahari. I'm live. I'm trying to get you up on the panel. All right, tell you what. I'll stay on the same topic. When you're ready, I'm going to stay on the same topic. Let me move on to a different video. Because people were talking about the corruption with the SNAP benefits. And I wanted to show that. No, I'm not against Mexicans. Again, I'm only against those who are against us. I'm not against one set racial group. I'm only against those who are against me and my people. That's who I'm against. Let's get that correct. Get it correct. I'm not against one set group. I'm against all of those who are opposed to me and my people. You got that? What's that? Is that him? Who that? All right, is this who's this? This says Jim Brown's.
Right.
And the person is muted.
Mm-hmm. They came in unmuted.
They came in unmuted?
Yeah.
Is this him?
There you go.
I think I got it.
Is this Kalahari?
Jim Brown, JIMBROWS, like the eyebrow family.
Is this Kalahari?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Let me turn this YouTube off.
Yeah, because you're gonna get double the feedback. You're gonna get double the feedback.
Right.
You can hear me now, right?
Okay, we in there.
Okay, is this Kalahari?
Yeah, I was getting a double. But nah, man, I'm
is this
nah,
hold on,
this
wait a
is
minute.
Jim Browns, bro.
Hold on, wait. Are you against or for ICE?
I'm not for the police at all in any manner or fashion at all.
You said you're not for the police.
Period.
I'm not talking about the police. I'm talking about ICE.
No. I'm saying that they are an extended arm of the police and the police state. With that being said,
what they're doing is deporting illegal immigrants. The police don't do that.
But are they though?
They're deporting illegal immigrants.
Is ICE doing the job that they're getting paid to do? they getting overpaid? Or are they getting overpaid?
We can clearly see that they're doing their job. Why it wouldn't be protesters if that was the case?
I mean, I guess it depends on your purview, brother.
So we got protesters out there protesting against
an
ICE.
Efficient job? No.
So we got protesters out there protesting against ICE.
They ain't none of us out there. They ain't none of us out there. I don't even trust it. I don't believe that's a real protest, man. I think that's all. I think it's all a show.
I agree with you. I actually agree with you.
Don Lemonade thing.
I agree. I don't have no issue with that. I'm just
I think it's all a show.
Okay, so it's really no disagreement. So you basically agreeing with what I'm saying. I already said that I feel like this is it's an act. The protesting part is an act. I already said that.
Yes, but you asked the question. But you asked the question: who here is against ICE? And I am completely against ICE.
If you are completely against
the
ICE,
reason why you're like, are they getting rid of?
If you are completely against ICE, tell me why. And your connection is bad, by the way. It's real bad. You may have to go into a different area because it's like there's a delay with your connection right now. And you can't hear what I'm saying when I'm trying to respond to you.
I'm doing the best I can, right? No, I can hear you, sir. I'm doing the best I can, brother.
You saw that was
delayed. I'm at home
delayed.
with the kids, bro. You know what I mean?
You see that? There's a big
I can
delay.
only hear you on the server. I can't hear you on the
Right.
It might be.
It is a delay. It's
if I
like
gotta fall back, I gotta fall
20.
back.
No, you good. I just want you to, okay, tell me why you're against ICE. What's the reason why you're against ICE?
I just think that they're, first off, the funding, and it's just more wasting money. Basically, it's more waste of money, and it's theirs. Just think back in the, well, I don't know how old you are. You might be my age, or we might be about the same age. But I remember back in the day. Remember, all right, something happened in the hood, and what they do, they march a whole bunch of police out there to get brothers off the street or what have you. You know what I mean? Just as a show of force. You know what I mean?
But how can we compare the two?
Just,
how can we compare the two when they're deporting illegal immigrants? Illegal immigrants. These are not American citizens. How can we compare the two?
I'm completely against, but there's a better way to do it.
Like what?
I mean, they have most from my experiences with illegals. Most of them dudes in the country, albeit illegally, but they're paying taxes. They're adding to the state's economy. I mean, the only people I think should really get in trouble for it is the people that are hiring them.
Hold on, how are they paying
But
taxes
that's a whole nother
when they're illegal? If they're an illegal,
story.
they don't have citizenship. They can't pay taxes if they're not a citizen. When they're illegal, they get paid under the table.
People that are on and but everyone who's considered illegal isn't illegal. So if people who have submitted for asylum, it's messed up. But the government gives people. Hear me out. The state governments give people the opportunity and EIN numbers where they can work while they're waiting for their cases to
there's a totally different there's a totally difference between people seeking asylum and illegal immigrants.
But most of these people that are getting bagged up are one and the same.
Illegal immigrants
who have petitioned for asylum. Because as soon as that they have interaction with the police, that they're taught the first thing you do is say asylum. So then there's a whole process that you got to go through. I've talked to these dudes. You know what I'm saying? I've seen them. You know what I mean? Because I want to know. Like, damn, is it worth it? I mean, obviously it's worth it if your brothers keep coming and damn dog, you've been over here. I'm just as an example. I seen a dude come. he got kicked out, spent the bread, and was able to come right back.
Okay,
So obviously it's worth it for him.
Kalahari, Blue. I see Kalahari right there.
But yeah, man, I don't mean to take up your time, man. I'm just making my point.
Hold on. Let me invite him. Kalahari, come up. You got to accept it on your side. Now, I don't want people to get that confused. Illegal immigrants do not pay taxes. I don't know what he's talking about. If you're illegal, you're not a citizen. Kalahari, you there? You gotta if you're on a cell phone, you gotta give Discord permission to use your microphone on your cell phone or your Bluetooth on your cell phone. I don't know. I'm trying to give him. Yeah, no, people, hold on, y'all. Don't laugh at him. The brother was just misinformed. That's all. Of course, some illegal immigrants gonna lie to you. Like, why would they tell you the truth when they know ICE could be right around the corner? You know. So you were misinformed. That's okay. The brother was just misinformed. I'm trying to, but hold up. Okay, there go Kalahari. Hold up. Can you hear me? I saw you unmuted.
What the hell?
There you go. I can hear you. Wait a minute. I can hear you. I thought I could hear you. You gave something your permission. You gave the phone or the Bluetooth. Because you came in. Yes, there you go. Now I can hear you.
There
you can hear me?
Hey. How you doing, Dame?
I'm doing wonderful. And it's Dane, by the way, with an N. I'm doing wonderful. How you doing?
I got you, Chief. All right, so first and foremost, yes, this is Kalahari. First and foremost, I'm gonna start this off by saying whoever said that I was a foreigner in the chat, yeah, you were trolled for that. I'm not a foreigner. I'm an American Indian. I'm Choctaw. But my whole thing, and I'm gonna clear this up just so there's no confusion for all the rest of the Nijis that's in the chat. I'm not entirely against ICE, right? Cause I'm here in Minnesota. I'm actually in St. Paul. A lot of the stuff that's going on is actually based over there in Minneapolis. I'm only against ICE for this one specific reason alone. The original operation or the original project that was assigned to them from Donald Trump and his administration in the beginning was to come here to Minnesota and expedite all of the Somali, like the large population of the Somali community. And I know, Dane, you covered this in one of your recent videos when y'all was able to hop up there and see it. They were sent here to expedite all of the Somalians who they said in verbatim, end quote, that they had a list of all the names of the individuals who were illegal and that committed fraud here in the state of Minnesota. Now, Governor Tim Walz at the time, he also disclosed that information on a news broadcast for the 5 o'clock news. But as time progressed, the corruption with the ICE agents seemed to, get out of hand, seemed to get chaotic. For instance, one of them actually came to my job where I work and detained a person who they thought was an illegal immigrant or whatever case. He was a Mexican. They thought he was an illegal immigrant, only to find out later that they had papers. The only reason why I'm against ICE is because of the corruption that has led all the way up to this point. They've been hostile towards, anybody that they see of color. So that could be it. That could be me. That could be you. That could be my wife. That could be, your kids, let alone they are even up here at Minnesota, going to local schools. They're like snatching up 7-year-olds, 10-year-olds that are people of color. And they come to find out, like, are you an immigrant? This and then the third or whatever. They're basically doing everything by force, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And a lot of that stuff I'm just completely against. You know, Dane, I know you have children somewhere in the background. I have kids of my own. And just be put in a scenario like that where just because you look like something else, or, you know, or whatever the case may be, or however people want to identify you just based off of your look or based off of your skin complexion, or, you know, whatever type of hairstyle you have.
Wait a minute, I gotta stop you right there. I got to stop you right there. What makes you think that they basing it off of the look? Because if they're coming to get one specific person, they probably getting that specific person because they probably didn't have updated records that person became a citizen. They didn't come to you. Notice you said they came to another individual, an individual, not all the people of color that's working there, just one person. That means either that person's, you know, credentials wasn't correct, or just got updated and it wasn't updated in their system. I wouldn't necessarily deem it as corrupted.
And I can agree with you on that. But at the same time, who am I? You know, how can we absolutely prove that? You know what I mean? But I'm only basing this off of what I've seen so far. Now, personally, they never like stopped my vehicle, but they have followed me in a vehicle all the way back to my address, only to, you know, turn and change course or whatever the case may be and go on about their business. But I agree with that point right there. But still, the way that you're going about it, if your basic operation was to go and get Somalis, how did it divert from Somalis to Mexicans and then Mexicans to
before the Somalis,
people of the Muslim community, you know, things of that nature?
Before the Somalis, they were already getting other illegal immigrants. And I was also playing other videos. I don't know if you have seen them, of other people, other illegal immigrants being arrested, even those with pale complexion.
The ones that were involved in like drug trafficking, like the French people, the English people from like
so you
Britain
saw that
or whatnot. You said yeah.
Yeah, you saw it.
Yeah. I saw that.
So, I mean, wouldn't you want that to happen? We got to get those type of people up out of here. Like, basically, the criminals are coming over here.
Absolutely. Excuse my language, but get them the fuck up out of here. Excuse my language. I know
we grown here. You good.
Get them up out of there. Okay. Get all them individuals that's, you know, causing these heinous crimes, and you ain't even got your documentation, the nerve of you to come over here and even do something like that on my land. Yeah, get them up out of here. I'm just saying
exactly.
Exactly. I'm saying the only reason why I'm against ICE is for lately here in Minnesota. I can't speak for anywhere else. Here in Minnesota, because I'm here on Minnesota soil, the way that they're going about it, kicking in people's doors, putting guns to your children's foreheads, you know, things of that nature. I'm against all of that. Like there's a much more less hostile way to go about it. You know what I mean?
So you think they should dumb down the force a little bit, like how they do it, like how they carry it? You think they should dumb it down a little bit?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, just imagine if they came to your house and said, "Dang, get on the floor. We need to identify you because I don't know if you're African American or Indian." And you like, what the fuck? And they got ARs pointed at you. You know what I mean? This and that third. You got your kids and come on. You ain't even got to do all that.
The good thing about it is that my paperwork cleared. Me being an American national, good.
You hear me?
Like they gotta have permission to get on my property. They gotta have permission to come on my property. But the thing is go ahead. You got it. Go ahead, because it's a delay for some reason. It's still a delay.
I was just saying, and that's what's understood ain't, you know what I'm saying, but warrior, what's understood ain't got to be explained. So we ain't even got to go into depth, you know, with all that or whatever. Paperwork is good. Nobody is more American than the American Indian. So, you know, that's already out of the question. You know what I mean? Notice I said American Indian, not Native American. For all y'all in the chat, American Indian, not Native American. There's a difference. But look, going about it the way that they're going about it, I just think, in my personal opinion, and everybody else is entitled to think different. Y'all can have your own opinion. That I'm okay with that. There's just a different way to go about, you know, ICE's protocol of identifying whether you're legal or illegal or not. You know what I mean? I'm just
so you're saying that they need to just change up that, like their force, like how they forcefully trying to come at certain people to properly identify them. That's what you're saying. That's it. That's the only issue you have.
And that's the only issue I got. But as far as like ICE, like having a problem with them, like coming over here and doing their job or doing what they're supposed to do, no, I have no problem with that.
Now,
everybody else that's coming over here committing heinous crimes, these individuals that are like from France and Britain and India over here registering as sex offenders and pedophiles, it's like 2 of them up the block in my neighborhood. Y'all get them, yeah. Look, they
even in the government. They need to go too. It's a whole lot of them.
Yeah. All y'all in the government, Einstein, all you other come on over
Epstein,
here. We got a cage for you.
Jay-Z, listen. So, okay, yeah, they need to go. So, okay, let me go to this. So what you see on the video that I'm playing of people protesting against ICE as they're trying to do their job, getting in the way of ICE trying to do their job. What do you think about that? Are you against that or are you for that?
I'm.
Be honest. You can be honest.
I'm gonna be straightforward. If you really want my honest opinion, I would just say I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Because that let them folks over there fight with them while at the same time you and I and everybody else in the community is building our community up. But on another note, you know what I mean? At the same time, be for it. You know what I mean? Be for, what ICE is doing, be for what ICE has got going on. But at the same time, it's kind of like it's mixed because there's always 2 sides to a story. Now, I know you and I can both agree on that. There's always 2 sides to a story. Mm-hmm. One hand, be for, the protesters or whatever the case may be because, they're trying to kick ICE out before ICE gets out of hand and does some crazy shit or whatever the case may be where they try to enforce martial law after that point. I guess that's the whole reason why they, really fighting over it. Me personally, I think it's like a facade that they got going on. But at the same time, be against that because, they, in the end, while you and I over here building the community up, them folks over there really doing us a favor by eliminating, half of the illegal population that don't even need to be here. So, you know what I mean? Like, if that makes sense, that's my take on it. But all in all I know is while they over there fighting them, you, me, and we over here getting bows and arrows and loading up. You know what I'm saying? We doing what we got to do. Getting, purchasing your new book that you just dropped. That's the move. That's the wave. That's what we on. You know what I mean? Y'all want to go over there and fight? Notice the only people that talk about Donald Trump in a negative sense is them pale skins, them white folks. You know what I mean? They try to, push that persona, push that imagery of what he got going on in the office and how he's not been he's not taking accountability for all of the shit that he's doing and this and that and the third, blah, blah, blah. Hey man, between you and I, let them, that's y'all want to fight that, man? Yeah, go do that.
And again, let me remind the people that Obama sent back it's either between 2.5 to 3 million illegal immigrants during his presidency.
Facts. Yep, facts. That's facts. And that's documented.
Donald Trump is nowhere near that right now.
For y'all that look up on Google, you can find that shit on Google too. That is documented. Yeah, go find that. Go find that for sure. But yeah, that's just my honest take on it. You know what I mean? That's where I'm coming from as a man. And that's all I gotta say, man.
I appreciate you standing on that, Kalahari. I appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because I saw some of them thought you was. That's why I was like, nah, he not a bot. I said I don't know if you heard that part. I knew you wasn't.
I'm not no bot. Yeah. I'm not no bot, and I'm not no coward, and I'm not no Mexican. Don't y'all get it twisted. Don't play with me like that.
I appreciate that, brother.
All right, man. Wado.
Yeah, that's good. That's what I'm talking about. Hold up. All right, so let me continue. I'm gonna continue it on the hold up, let me continue this without the piece that I'm doing. We could probably still have the panel open. I'll have the panel open, but let me continue what I'm doing right here. But shout out to Kalahari. Yeah, he stood on it and he explained why. Okay? I appreciate that. Now, one point that he mentioned where he was like, because some of them, and I'm not sure if this is the case, he says some of these protesters believe that this could turn into something like martial law. Now, I didn't look at it that way. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't look at it that way, where they're militarizing the ICE departments, which is technically like how the other brother said is the police. It's another branch of them. But their main focus is illegal immigrants. Now, could they turn it into something different? Absolutely, they can. They could do that at any time. But for what we see, this is strictly about illegal immigrants, deporting illegal immigrants. Now, they have a whole nother group of military police force for that called the National Guard. Then they got something even further than that called NATO that they would use against us if they consider, placing us up under martial law. Now we know that they could militarize. And in fact, Trump came out with another one, militarizing the police in Washington, D.C. Y'all remember that recently, militarizing the police in Washington, D.C., California, and what other states I'm missing, y'all? Was it New York? Y'all can say it in the chat. There was a couple of different ones, but especially in D.C. And I didn't like that. Now, I'm not going to lie. I didn't like that because I knew what that was going to turn into. But yeah, don't forget how y'all forgetting about NATO. NATO is in a cut during Obama's presidency. A lot of the military that he requested to be outside of his own military were NATO troops. And y'all remember the reports where it said it was 1 million NATO troops that were brought here to the Americas to serve up under the president to be his task force if he decided to place any state up under martial law. 1 million of them. Right? Now, I covered this years ago. I know that's old, but let's think about that. When were they ever put back? Meaning, okay, that's enough, NATO. Y'all could go back. Where's that report? Where's that report? Dane, you wild for this. I'm wild for what? Speaking the truth? I get that all the time. Get used to it. People call me crazy for speaking the truth. People say, oh, Dane, you reaching for speaking the truth. And I'm just reaching right over their head. That's all it is. That's all it is. Sometimes people not going to get it. Sometimes people will get it. It depends on how far you want to look into it. Not everything is surface level research. Not everything is going to be surface level information. You got to dig deep. If you really want to know the truth, you got to dig deep. And that's the reason why I wanted to get people's opinions on this stuff right here. Why protest against this particular organization when that organization is only doing, based off of what we can see, only doing what they're supposed to be doing? Get rid of illegal immigrants, making sure they're getting deported. Now, Kalahari said he has an issue with how they're forcing the issue, like what they're doing to force the issue, to grab the information that's necessary. That's cool. He can have that opinion. He's still not in agreement. Correction. He's still in agreement with what they're here to do. And that's my thing. That's my main concern. Are you in agreement with what they're here to do as far as like what their job is? And he is. He's in agreement with that. And so am I. And I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat is in agreement with that as well. If they're illegal, they're not supposed to be here. If they're illegal and criminals, they definitely not supposed to be here. I agree with that. Y'all love immigrant women? Man, I love all women. Like, come on, bro. But it ain't nothing like our women. Of course, our women are first. The needy women, number one. But I ain't gonna sit up here and play and act like the immigrant women ain't pretty or whatever you want to call them. They got some pretty women too. And sure enough, if she walk up on you and she trying to put it on you, you gonna turn her down? No. No. Come on now. You ain't silly. I know it's gonna be something up there. Nah, man. Nah, Dane. No, I'm not gonna disrespect our women. No, I'm gonna stay with our women. Yeah. Okay. we just see plenty examples in America where a lot of our men are not with our own women. And we see a lot of our women are not with our own men as far as the same, okay, as far as them being needy. All right? Yeah. So, I'm not gonna, am I against that? No. Am I gonna look at you like, yeah, I am gonna look at you. I'm gonna look at you like, come on, bro. You ain't give them a chance? Give your sisters a chance. Not all the sisters are crazy. You know what I mean? Give your sister a chance. But, yeah, don't just, my thing is don't count the needy out. Wear it out. Don't count the needy out. We do our thing, male and female. We doing our thing. We doing our thing. Nah, don't get it twisted, fellas. There's some beautiful women out there of ours that got good hearts. We're going to talk about that too. I did say I was going to go into a live stream because I want to show y'all. I'm going to prove it to y'all. There's some sisters out there that know. Okay? And ain't you raising some daughters to be better women than their mothers? You see what I'm saying? So it's up to you, fellas. You in the house too. Come on now. Tell them what type of woman they supposed to be. Okay? Not out here in these streets doing all that crap that they see online. That ain't real life. Tell them what real life is about. Teach them what real life is about. And tell her that you love her, your daughters, all the time. Hug them and kiss them. So they won't ever have to go run to a man because they wasn't loved at home. And vice versa. Sisters, do the same thing with your sons. Show them love. I'd much rather you show them tough love because they're young boys, but show them love. Show them that you care. Don't hit them with the, that's all right, baby. Don't, come on, be rough a little bit. Be rough a little bit. Men, I'm just saying because it's some men out here that, it's a little questionable. But there's a lot of us men out here that, you know, that be doing our thing and doing it the right way, especially us as great fathers. And I'm definitely speaking for myself and other great fathers out there. Yeah. Yeah, discipline, yes. And clarity. Just make sure your sons and your daughters have that type of clarity so they won't go to outside sources to go, seek it. Yeah. You said naturally curvy, melanin chocolate. Yeah, our women like that. Look, listen, and you know that because look at all the other women trying to look like our women. I'm just saying. And look at the men. The other men be trying to, the non-needy men be trying to look like us all the time. And we can share the same skin complexion. And they be trying to look like us all the time. We got style. We got what they used to call swag. We got all that. And why not? Because if the ladies try to holler at us, they going to want to fit in. They like, man, two could play at that game. Right? But don't sit up here and get on this goddamn chat and tell me that if a sexy ass Latina woman walk up to you and give you the eye, that you gonna turn the other cheek and say, no, I'm only for my needy one. You lying. A sexy ass Asian woman walk across and look at you the way that you know what I'm talking about and you not gonna do nothing, especially nothing. Like you gonna say something. Hey, how you doing? How's it going? My name is Dane Calloway. What's your name? Excellent. Man, you look nice. I appreciate it, And keep it pushing. Or if you want to pursue, you talking to her. Don't sit up there and tell me that you against immigrants like that. That's a lie. You lying. you said that ain't nobody's business. Man, come on, man. You can find beauty in all people. Okay? You can find beauty in all people. I would love for you to be prejudiced. I don't want you to be racist. Prejudice meaning you have love for your own people. Racist means that you only have love for your own people and against others. I've never taught that, and I won't ever teach that. I don't teach that to my children either. I'm not a racist. I may be prejudiced, but I'm not a racist at all. But yes, I'm prejudiced because I have love for my people. Absolutely. Let me come with another one. Yeah, that's the difference between prejudice and racism. By the way. Hold on, let me pull out that other one real quick, y'all. Todd, thank you for the gifted. I appreciate that, Todd.
Set it on fire. Fire.
All right, so now, this is the part where I wanted to talk about, because people wanted me to talk about the fact that they found fraud or corruption, rather, with the SNAP recipients. Here we go. Wait, I can't hear anything. Oh, wait, I had it muted. Hold on, here we go.
Data to help figure out what that looked like. We found 200,000 dead people, or people using dead people's social security numbers. We found 500,000 people getting more than 2 times what they should have, getting those benefits twice.
Stop, bruh! How? Wait a minute, bruh. No way, bruh. Now, let me calm down. I wonder how long this has been going on. Well, you decided to get this, then that's fraud all the way around. How are you getting these dead people's social security numbers? This is how you know debt carries with you. If you're not structured, go get my book. Shameless plug. I'm going to say it right now. Go get my book. I'm telling you, bruh. My book is worth it. The Quiet Blueprint of Wealth. Go get that book. But you mean to tell me that they taking people's money by using dead people's social security numbers? How many?
All the red states sent us their data to help figure out what that looked like. We found 200,000 dead people, or people using
200,000 dead people.
Dead people's social security numbers.
Using dead people's social security numbers.
We found 500,000 people getting more than 2 times what they should have.
500. This is just in Minnesota. Just imagine if they were to do something like this in every state. Now, Doge said that this was happening in every state. Doge did mention this, that this was happening in every state. Remember that live stream where I had everybody come up on a panel and people were talking about, especially the needy men and women, was talking about how they weren't receiving any benefits from SNAP, but they see that all the foreigners got it? You see what I'm saying? So, and shout out to those that's in Minnesota. Listen, y'all, this is where it was going.
Those benefits twice. We found some guy getting benefits in 5 states. And Maria, this is just the red states. I mean, the red states normally have a smaller program, tighter accountability and control. The blue states sued us, and so we're in another active litigation on that. They don't want California, New York, they don't want to turn their data over so that we can help them root out the fraud. And then the Minnesota piece, of course, which we've all been covering, is remarkable. So.
Listen.
Sued us, and so we're in another active litigation on that. They don't want California, New York, they don't want to turn their data over so that we can help them.
California and New York does not want to turn their data over. Yeah, she did say that one person was getting benefits in 5 states. Not only should he be arrested, but he needs to be deported. ICE should be on his ass. If I was Trump, that would be law. If I catch you doing any SNAP benefits illegally, you're going to jail. You hear me? You motherfuckers are going to jail, throwing away the key. Then I'm going to deport you. Yes, you're going to be deported. We have some beautiful people in other countries that I'm very close to. I just spoke with. I'm just saying, I would go ham if I was Trump.
Root out the fraud. And then the Minnesota piece, of course, which we've all been covering, is remarkable. So we are in court. We're going to work really hard to make sure we're protecting the American taxpayer and the people who actually need these programs.
Wow. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Damn. So 500,000 people in Minnesota were receiving 2.5% more benefits than everybody else. And then one person was receiving benefits from 5 different states. 200,000 were utilizing dead people's social security numbers. Where are they getting this information from? Not them. I'm talking about not them that's investigating. I'm talking about the people that's doing the fraud stuff. How did they get that? Woo! That must have been, they must have data breached the iPhones or something. They, It's up. What? My bad iPhone. That ain't happened. I'm just playing. Oh, Lord. My bad iPhone. I'm just playing. But yeah, yeah. All right, so that's what's happening with the SNAP benefits. Let me move on. Definitely hit the subscribe and like button. Turn that notification bell on. Stop playing with me. All right, so one of the protesters that was talking shit, apparently, let me play that video, and he was arrested as well during the same church service. This guy's name is William Kelly. All right, hold on, let me see.
These pretend Christians, all these comfortable white people who are living lavish, comfortable lives while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're living real life, nice lives with your lattes, doing absolutely nothing for your Latino and Somali brothers and sisters. You Jesus wear a suit? Did Jesus profit off the words? No, Jesus would dine with immigrants. You do not touch me. Touch me again and see what happens.
He in the church doing this.
You are a fake Christian. Why are you not standing with your Somali and Latino community?
Right, exactly like that kid is just saying to him. You're not helping anything. Enforcing immigration laws shouldn't be controversial whatsoever. Now we have these crazy Democrats breaking into churches, disrupting God and people's praise and worship just because they're so selfish and just don't believe in democracy that we won the election for immigration. I hope people see this, realize what the left...
Okay, what? We won the election for immigration? Bro, you a whole immigrant. What are you... Okay. So that guy that was, you know, he was arrested.
Detaining citizens. I know they took you in for a while. Can you tell us what happened?
So I was standing about, 4 feet into the road. I didn't block any ICE vehicles. I didn't do anything like that. I would not do that. I'm First Amendment only. So they announced over their loudspeaker, we have you targeted. If you do not get out of the road now, we will arrest you. So I dropped my flag, put my hands behind my back, and do arrest me, daddy. And then next thing I know, you know how they line up out here. There must have been,
Because think about it. I mean, you protesting. No, you not. That's not protesting. You clowning around. You trolling, bro. You not doing no protesting. This is not getting them. What message are you putting across to other people? Trying to allow people to join you in this so-called protest. What are you doing? You a clown. You're not sending no positive message out to get more people behind you. Listen, we need more people down here. We're protesting against ICE for this reason. No, you just trying to be seen. And remember when I referred to that, I alluded to that actually to let you guys know that was all the civil rights movement was about as well. It was just people out there trying to be seen. That was it. In newspapers, and with the news reporters so they could be on television. And they were using people who were suffering though during that time, depending on the situation, here and there. But it was multiple immigrants that were involved in the civil rights movement trying to pretend like they were one of us, seeking justice for us. Matter of fact, the NAACP was built by immigrants. That's why the NAACP was the National Association for the Advancement of Certain People, not colored people. It was certain people. Yeah, but phony people like that existed back then in the 60s. Millions of them. Like, for example, look at more recently here, Black Lives Matter movement. The Black Lives Matter movement were paid actors and actresses. And those gay girls that was at the top of those movements got more multi-million-dollar homes off of your donations. They tried to sue them, but that was too late. Too late. They got the houses. They good to go. What in the world? Oh, that was wait, somebody. Hold on. It's a lot of gifted. Hold on. Somebody just did a lot of gifted. Hold on. Let me pull that up on my side so I can be right and exact on who that is. Somebody just dropped a lot of gifted. Hold on. Hold up. Shut them down, DJs. I appreciate that. Came in here and dropped the nuke. Shut them down, DJs. Thank you for the 20 gifted. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So like when those, and that's actually pretty major. Those of you that are not members of the channel, now you are becoming members because of that. So shout out to Shut Them Down DJs. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that brother is based out of Miami. I think so. I don't want to be, correct me if I'm wrong, brother. Ain't you Miami-Dade County, right? Let me be right and exact. Hold on, y'all. Let me give him a shout out, because that's major. Let me make sure I'm right and exact. 305, I believe he 305. Hold up. Let me double check. I'm looking at the chat. Yeah, but again, shout out to Shut Them Down DJs for the 20 gifted silver memberships at that. I appreciate that. Yeah, there you go. He said 305 all day, every day. Thank you, brother. Salute. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And you've been a member for 4 months in a row. You said you buying a book tomorrow. I appreciate that, brother. Man, shoot. I'm probably gonna have to hire you when we do these events. Levante and Blue, could y'all get his information? I mean, cause you ain't DJing just to be DJing. I know you DJing down to 305. I know that thing. You be having it lit. I need, I'm gonna need some help with these events, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting in my bid right now. Breathmore, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. And shout out to all the new members. They don't show me all the new members that just became members of the gifted. But shout out to you. I appreciate that. Hope y'all enjoying the fresh content for members only. And there's more on the way. All right. And Keith said, you said they're getting social security numbers from the public libraries? Wait, so they getting the social security numbers from the public libraries? Then their local governments need to be held responsible for that. That's a data breach. And if that's true, and if you have more information on that, Keith, send that to me, please. I need that as soon as you can. I need that immediately. I need that. Hip Hop Music Club, I appreciate that. Been a member for 30 months in a row. Said, oh, see your family, Dane. We in here. I appreciate that. All right, wait a minute. Rise with me. Thank you for the super chat. You said, Big Chief, I'm on Discord. I would like to give you my opinion on ICE. Okay, wait, you in Discord right now? Because, wait, tell me in the chat. If you want Discord right now, I'll bring you up right now. And you said you were, wait, are you against ICE? Or are you for ICE? Because if you against ICE, yeah, that's what I want to bring up. If you for ICE, then that's everybody. Like, how do you get social security numbers for public libraries? Yeah, me too. I'm curious too, Divine Order. That's why I would love for Keith to send that to me as soon as possible. I would love to get that. I need that. Yeah, because this part right, this fool right here, just a clown.
Lined up, and instead of moving forward like they normally do to push the crowd back, since we weren't in the road, we were back here like we are now, they all of a sudden just start sprinting towards me. So I go as fast as I can down that road, through that field. Most of them slip on their asses, fall out. At least 3 of them were still about.
He ain't got nothing else better to do.
When I saw a minivan and I saw a woman filming me and I said, help. I was scared. I thought the crowd can't see me now. They're going to beat the shit out of me. They know who I am. Yeah. So I jump in the back of her minivan, and as soon as I get in the van and turn around, I see an ICE agent run up and put a pistol in that woman's face. That's.
Okay, hold up. But notice how he said they know who he is. That's an actor. That's right, BJ. That's an actor. They know who he is. And And they know who I am. Y'all heard that, right? Hold on, let's go back.
Behind me, when I saw a minivan and I saw a woman filming me, and I said, "Help!" I was scared. I thought the crowd can't see me now. They're gonna beat the shit out of me. They know who I am. Yeah. So I jumped in the back of her minivan. And
they know who he is, right? That's an actor. They know who he is. They telling themselves all the time.
As I get in the van and turn around, I see an ICE agent run up and put a pistol in that woman's face, that soccer mom, right in her face, just like.
Oh my God, a soccer mom! Come on, bruh. Like you slicing it. Come on.
Good. Same fucking angle. So I automatically no. I surrender peacefully. I get out of the vehicle. They put me onto the ground. Drop me onto the ground, put my face in the pavement and ice, and then put a knee on the back of my neck just like George Floyd. That's where we're at.
Wow. Just like George Floyd. Wow. And wait a minute. Damn. It's no coincidence that this is in Minnesota and George Floyd was in Minnesota. Interesting. All right, wait a minute. Okay, you came up on the panel. Hold up. You are. Wait, I'm muted. Okay, you can hear me now, right? Ali, you good? I believe he muted. You can hear me now, Ali?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, it's a sister. Okay. I apologize.
Big Chief.
What's going on?
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be a delay, sister, because you got to mute YouTube. You gotta mute YouTube and you'll be able to hear me in Discord a lot easier.
Let me go turn my other one off. Give me just 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that better?
Yes, I can hear you.
All righty. Big Chief.
I'm right here.
You remember me?
Don't don't get on me because my memory, every time I learn something, I forget it. I gotta process a bunch of stuff. What's going on?
It's been a minute.
Okay.
I'm in Georgia.
And what, you pulled up on me in Georgia?
I was the one who ran for House of Representatives. Yep, I'm the one that ran for House of Representatives in Georgia. Why do I still got a delay?
I don't know. I don't know why that delay is happening.
All right. Sorry about that. It's still doing it.
It is still doing it. I'm not sure exactly why that's happening. But don't worry about it. I can hear you clearly. The chat is saying they remember you.
All right. I'm the one. I spoke to you a while back. Okay. I lost my other phone. I can't upload my picture and stuff. But I had surgery, Big Chief. That's why I never was able to get back on, just not getting to the point that I could talk again. I'm the one who had the restaurant that they kept breaking into.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Yeah. No. That's all you had to say. I remember that. How you doing? I remember you for sure.
I'm doing a lot better since I had the surgery on my neck.
Look, is Georgia still playing with you, or you got them out the way?
Okay, but
it's a delay, y'all. It's a delay. She hearing it delayed.
Oh no, Georgia's still trying to play, but I like to play too. I ain't scared.
Sister Ali, there's a big delay, so I gotta let you have the floor. But it's like a 10 or 15 second delay right now. See, it's delayed.
All right, I got you. All right, bottom line, point blank. It's real delayed. The United States, Israel desires the United States. This is where everything is at. They told us everything was in Africa, but everything is here.
Absolutely.
Even when it comes to the ark, which was the covenant, the trees were only grown here in the United States. The majority of the ICE agents are ex-IDF.
That's right. That's true. It's a delay, y'all. Y'all got to give her a second. She gonna hear me delayed. Chat, please be patient because she gonna hear me delayed. You good, Chiefess? I can hear you, Chiefess Ali.
Okay. So, Israel. Okay, great. So, Israel owns our government. Owns our government. And I need people to really comprehend this.
Man, I wish it wasn't delayed like this. Why is it delayed like this?
The same way that they pick people off over in Gaza.
Uh-huh. Ooh, look at this
It's the
delay.
same way that they picking people off here.
Oh man, why is it delaying her? And she about to go into something heavy. Oh my goodness. And they delaying the hell out of you right now. But you're not the only one. Actually, yours is worse than others. But your delay is major. It's like a 20-second delay. Nah, I can't. But look, Chiefess Ali, if you can hear me, I don't want to interrupt. Okay, I don't want to interrupt. I want you to go. I'm not going to say anything because it's going to delay. And then you're going to respond to me delayed. So I'm going to be quiet and you got the floor.
I need you to hear me, Nijis. I'm only half Niji. And I am grateful for that Niji. This fight is for y'all. They are destroying themselves. This has nothing to do with y'all. They have to destroy each other. Everything is being fulfilled. You gotta hold on. Stay out of this because this is not your fight. Now you have those that's trying to mask themselves as the true American Legion. You got Somalians, Africans, you got some of everything. But you gotta hold on. It's a lot deeper, but I can't go into it right now. But Big Chief, Me and you really need to talk. There's a lot of stuff that I found out.
Okay. Cheetahs, Ali, can you? Okay, now if this is a new account, can you DM me? And then we could go back and forth in the DMs. And I'll just call you from there. Matter of fact, I'll call you from the DMs. Now that I know this is you.
Yes, sir, I can. I've forgotten how to do it because it's been so long since I've been on here.
Wait a minute, I'm adding you as a friend right now. Okay, now you can do it. I just added you as a friend, but now you can DM me. In fact, hold on, I'm gonna send you a message. I'm gonna quickly send you a message right now so you can know that that's me. So that's me right there.
Okay.
You gotta accept it on your side. Actually, you gotta accept my friend request on your side. And as soon as you do that, we could go back and forth in that DM.
Like I said, it's been a minute since I've been on here.
No, but I'm glad you back.
I'm glad to be back, Big Chief. Like I said, we gotta talk. But I'm telling my Niji, like I said, I'm only half Niji. But my Niji's out there. I need y'all to listen to me. Please stay out of this and take care of your own. Please.
Yeah, see, it's delayed. See how she hear that delay? I heard it. Now I heard it. It is delayed on her side. But Cheetahs Ali, send me, as soon as you accept that friend request, DM me, and I'm DMing you right back. Like I have it open right now.
How do I accept the Big Chief?
It's on the top right. Top left. And the moderators could walk you through it in the chat also. They can help you. Don't forget, we got brothers and sisters right there, right here, that's willing to help. They know who you are. All of them know who you are.
Much love to all of y'all. But please stay out of this because this goes a lot deeper than any of you even know.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, she hearing her replay. Ah, man. That thing is super delayed. But Cheetahs Ali, you can hear me live. This is me talking to you right now. So I'll be waiting for you as soon as you do that.
Yes, sir.
You take care, Cheetahs.
All right, I will. Much love. Yes, sir.
See, it's super delayed. Okay, man, I'm upset that was delayed. And she was hearing her feedback. You heard that, right? She heard her own feedback on her own phone. I was hearing that in my headset. So something is up with Discord right now. That delay is major. I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, no, I'm gonna call her. I see y'all in the chat. I'm gonna call her. We got it set up. This is what this is for. The server is for that, not for you to be calling me every day. Hold on. Disclaimer, not for you to be calling me every day, but no, we definitely gonna be communicating in here. I've been communicating with a lot of people in here. It's over 13,000 people in here. Yeah, right. As soon as we get into those type of conversations, the glitches happen. It never fails. It never fails. Okay, so hold up, Blue, on bringing other people. Wait a minute. Yeah. I don't like StreamYard. I really don't. I tried StreamYard once already. I really don't like StreamYard. I don't like the way it's set up because StreamYard is set up similar to my OBS. And in my OBS, I could do my own graphics like this. Stuff like that. You can't do that in StreamYard. That's why I don't like StreamYard. They're not, they don't allow me to tap in. All right, so I'm sick and tired of listening to this guy, but let me finish the rest of this. Let me
Back
finish.
of my neck, just like George Floyd. That's where we're at. And then they dragged me into their little fucking Gestapo fucking agency over here, put me in a cell with 5 other U.S. citizens who did crimes like blowing a whistle at an ICE agent. And we were in that cell with someone who had been OC sprayed. So the whole time we're choking on the OC, fumes, waiting to find out what's gonna happen. We hadn't been told what we're charged with. They never read us our rights. And, I ended up being the first one released for some reason, and they brought me over and charged me with obstructing access to a federal building, saying that they have it on video, when you know what I do, it's on video constantly. Like, I had a German news production following me for a documentary. Like, it's clear I was not blocking vehicles. So I plan on fighting.
All right, okay. I can't sit through that. Okay, all right, so moving on. So either way, he got arrested and released. Hold on, god damn, man. It's you know what it is? I guess it's the voice. It's just some irritation going on right there. I can't stand it. All right, so let me move on. This is what Trump said he was going to do about the security in Minnesota, I believe. So this is his press secretary. Hold on, I believe let me just play it. Let me play it.
Minnesota. Number
it's
one,
about Minnesota.
Governor Walz, Mayor Fry, and all Democrat leaders should turn over all criminal illegal aliens currently incarcerated in their prisons and jails to federal authorities, along with any illegal aliens with active warrants or known criminal histories for immediate deportation.
Stop, wait a minute. I thought they were doing that already. So you mean to tell me that they were arresting and detaining and jailing illegal immigrants and keeping them? Why are you announcing that they need to hand them over? That's not automatic? Hold on. Let me make sure I'm hearing this right.
Minnesota. Number one, Governor Walz, Mayor Fry, and all Democrat leaders should turn over all criminal illegal aliens currently incarcerated in their prisons and jails to federal authorities, along with any illegal aliens with active warrants or known criminal histories for immediate deportation.
Wait a minute, that's not automatic? Something not right. So, okay, if that's not automatic, that needs to be law yesterday. Are you kidding me? That needs to be law last year. That needs to be law. That should have been law a long time ago. You said they not staying in the jails? It takes some time for the passport process to approve. That does. It takes at least 3 weeks. They want to do their own investigation in quotation marks. They try chill, Puma. Chill. I know where you going though, Puma. Now I know what you talk about. I am going to go deep. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Let me not make a promise about tonight with that one. I know what you talk about, though. You want it. Minnesota's cutting up. The system is corrupted inside and out. I disagree. I disagree. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. No, yeah, Minnesota is corrupted, and so is their government. I'm just messing with y'all. I'm trying to get a reaction out of y'all. Can I troll y'all once or twice? Nah, but seriously, no, they are corrupt. Especially when they stealing money from people. You know, yeah, I mean, you stealing money from their own citizens of Minnesota that are legal citizens of Minnesota. Like that's, and then you taking their benefits too? But yeah, I didn't know that this part right here wasn't automatic. That's interesting.
Number two, state and local law enforcement must agree to turn over all illegal aliens who are arrested by local police. And then thirdly, local police must assist federal law enforcement in apprehending and detaining illegal aliens who are wanted for crimes, especially violent crimes. If Governor Walz and Mayor Fry implement these common sense cooperative measures that I will add have already been implemented in nearly every single other state across the country, Customs and Border Patrol will not be needed to support ICE on the ground in Minnesota. ICE and local law enforcement can peacefully work together as they are effectively doing in so many other states.
This is actually exposing the issue.
Additionally, President Trump is calling on the United States Congress to immediately pass legislation ending sanctuary cities once and for all.
Okay, so it's a sanctuary state. It's a sanctuary state. This is another reason why I keep telling people that governors are presidents of that state. Especially when you're a sanctuary city. That's very important. They have a lot of power. Woo, they got a lot of power. And Trump really can't do nothing. He got to press Congress in order to get something done in that particular state. That's embarrassing, to be honest with you. But now you know the reason why I say that each governor is the president of that state. They got that much power.
American cities should be safe sanctuaries for law-abiding citizens only, not for dangerous illegal alien criminals who broke our nation's laws and do not belong here. We hope Governor Walz will do the right thing and continue.
See, that's not a mandatory ruling. We hope. Hope ain't gonna do nothing. She said we hope. That ain't gonna do a goddamn thing. So the corruption is gonna continue. Woo! Wow. The corruption is gonna continue. I mean,
to work with President Trump to keep the American people safe following their call this morning.
Now, that means that President Trump can't keep particular people safe because it depends on what the governor of your state does. Damn, that's deep. I'm gonna clip this. That's very important. That's very important. Okay, let me keep it pushing. And speaking of Netanyahu,
we let in, mind you, immigrants from Africa, Ethiopian Jews who come into this country. I think it's the first time that we have actually transported.
Wait a minute. He just called Africans Ethiopian Jews?
We let in, mind you, immigrants from Africa, Ethiopian Jews who come into this country. I think it's
Woo! 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 One more time.
We let in, mind you, immigrants from Africa, Ethiopian Jews who come into this country. I think it's the first time that we have actually transported black Africans from Africa, not to enslave them, but in fact to liberate them.
Whoa! Huh? Who sent this to me? I need this for a doc. I need this for a documentary. You heard what he said?
But in fact to liberate them.
No.
Mind you, immigrants from Africa, Ethiopian Jews who come into this country. I think it's the first time that we have actually transported black Africans from Africa, not to enslave them, but in fact to liberate them.
Woo! That's major. I appreciate that. Whoever sent me this, thank you. Thank you. I need that. Damn. I gotta take a second to let that marinate. Wow. He came out his mouth and said, not the first time. The first time not to enslave them, but to liberate them. Straight up told you. He don't care. Okay. And it goes back to what Chief Justice Ali was talking about, where it was super delayed. I hope y'all was hearing what she was talking about. And I know she wanted to go a little further. And I appreciate the fact that certain people recognize that they, play with people's platforms when you talk about this guy and the Jews and all the rest of that shit that they trying to hide. But she also mentioned that a lot of those ICE agents were retired former members of the IDF. Now I'm about to play a video of a retired IDF general claims the United States. Wait, I'm trying to get the rest of that. Wait, claims that the United States will launch a massive attack? Hold on,
We
wait.
understand that another fight with Iran and Hezbollah and possibly the Houthis is imminent. And today I can say something we couldn't have said a month ago. This regime is going down. There will be no Iranian regime. And this is going to change entirely the future of Israel.
So it's on
Can you
Iran.
describe us? It will be an American attack. It will be an Israeli-American attack.
So I think it's going to be an American-led attack with the assistance of Israel. Iranians, even before the demonstrations,
it goes back to what Chief Justice was saying, Chief Justice Ali was saying, what I was saying, what plenty of other people are saying, is that yes, Israel running America. Now, I know a lot of y'all are saying, no, it's not because Trump in office, and I'm going to tell y'all right now. Yes, it is. Even with Trump in office. Remember when that day when I showed you that Trump cursed because he couldn't stop them? When he was trying to bring peace? Who was that? Between Israel and Iran? No, Israel and he was trying to bring, hold on, who was that? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Was it Iran, right? And he got pissed off and he cursed when they tried to interview him that morning. He doesn't have pull like how people think. He doesn't have pull like people think. And I'm trying to show people that and tell them, like, you know, Palestine, I forgot who it was. It was somebody over there. But no, like, he don't have the power to stop them. He was trying to peace war and he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it.
Rearming again. They wanted revenge. They want to attack us. They want to shoot massive amounts of ballistic missiles on us. And Israel prepared for a preemptive attack. But as Israel was preparing for a preemptive attack that might have happened even today, the demonstration started, and a clear message for President Trump: we are not going to let you shoot these demonstrators. We are going to defend them.
Whoa. Listen to what he just said.
The demonstration started, and a clear message for President Trump: we are not going to let you shoot these demonstrators. We are going to defend them.
So he technically admitted that Trump is on the people's side. Wow, this is deep, y'all. This is deep. I'm gonna have to clip this one too. That one, okay, let me let y'all hear that one more time so that could be clear. Hold on, I see y'all. Hold on, wait a minute, let me do it again.
Revenge. They want to attack us. They want to shoot massive amounts of ballistic missiles on us. And Israel prepared for a preemptive attack. But as Israel was preparing for a preemptive attack that might have happened even today, the demonstration started, and a clear message for President Trump: we are not going to let you shoot these demonstrators. We are going to defend them. And indeed...
So apparently Trump was trying to stop the demonstrations and the demonstrators. That doesn't mean protesters. That could be people retaliating against Iran's attacks. That's a problem, y'all. That's a problem. Our own president is against this from happening. And he said it numerous times. And it looked like it's still going to happen. Wait a minute, somebody just donated and said something about this. Dwayne, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. You said Iran said if America attacks, they're taking Israel off the map first. That's crazy. Day, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that, Day. Yeah, I mean, this is, y'all saying it's getting biblical? I know a lot of people said that, though. A lot of people said it's getting biblical. Y'all saying holy war? What y'all think? This was recently. This was like a couple days ago. Yeah, they're not telling you why the people in Iran are You know that they cut the feed off from anybody that's posting videos that live in Iran. We can't see their videos any longer. That's why they getting on Elon. Elon's still allowing people to post. Elon's still allowing people to post, and Israel is attacking them for doing that. Not trying to say that Elon is on our side. I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you that Elon is not allowing them. Correction, Elon is allowing them to still post videos. And everybody else stopped it. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you name it. Everybody else stopped it. They pulled the plug on Iran. Pay attention. If y'all didn't know that, now you know. That's certified. I can tell you that. Certified information. They pulled the plug on anybody uploading videos from Iran. Ben did it. And who was they, Dane? Israel. And the only person that did not stop, or only company that did not stop, is Twitter or X. And they hitting Elon right now as we speak with lawsuit after lawsuit trying to get him to stop. This is a fact. Y'all gotta pay attention to what's going on. If you don't know that, now you know. It's coming out of my mouth. I'm not playing. If I'm saying it, it's a fact. I'm not joking. I done already did my research on that. And I was paying attention to it. You said it's gotten biblical, and we are right in the middle of it. They released his files with his name. Yeah, because of that. Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. They released those files. And you can tell who worked for Israel. What's that comedian's name? Wait a minute. Y'all know that comedian that made a joke about Trump and Nicki Minaj? But he was making a joke about Trump recently at the awards, right? Y'all gonna say his name because I can't remember that guy's name. But I believe he's like Puerto Rican or something like that. Nah, not Desi Banks. Trevor. Yeah, Trevor. What's Trevor's last name? Trevor Noah. That's his name, y'all. Trevor Noah. I don't have that. Hold on. Do I have that right now? I don't have that video. Wait, let me make sure. Let me make sure. No, I don't have that video. I will play it right now. Yeah, he made a joke. A lot of people joking around, but this is not a laughing matter right now, especially with this shit right here. This is a retired IDF general telling you what the United States about to do. Oh, he's South African? Trevor Noah's South African? Oh, damn. He could have fooled me. Wow, I thought he was, man, I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was Latino. I thought he was from like Puerto Rican or something. He's South African, okay. Wow, I didn't know that. But they using him. They using him for show. They're using him. He's been breached. All right, now, okay, this is the time to start paying attention to people who are randomly coming after Trump. Because Trump made it known that he's against this war. Made it known. So Trump told you whose side he's on. He's on the people's side. He's on the American side. But he doesn't have control. That's unfortunate. He just doesn't have control. Now, when they say that he's trying to protect Americans, I could say that he is, but it's really nothing that he could do, to be honest with you, because he doesn't have control over something that's going to stop Israel. He can't override them. Like, he can't even override Tim Walz in Minnesota. He got to ask them for permission. Keep that in mind. To hand over the illegal immigrants that they arrested. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. He can still send in the National Guard, and which he did. He sent the National Guard down to Minnesota. That's the only thing that he could do. He's the Army and the Chief. He is the Commander-in-Chief of the Army and the Navy and the Marines and the National Guard. So anything that he federalizes, he has control over. But he can't federalize a local or state government. He can only federalize their employees. That's it. He don't have control over a governor. And that's concerning because that means that fraud is going to continue out there in Minnesota. Yeah, he's limited. He's limited. Unfortunately, he's limited. Now, do I believe Trump will have our back? Yes, I do. I believe he will be the only one. If he had the power, I believe he would. I don't think he would sell out. I don't think, because look, I'm going to tell you right now, they gave him a warning. They gave him a warning. They tried to take him out. Let him know, hey, shut up or we going to take you out. Act right or we going to take you out. They gave him a warning. So he can't do but so much. He can't. And that's unfortunate. I know y'all don't like to hear that, but that's the truth. That's the truth. And again, I'm not a Democrat nor Republican. I'm looking at this from an unbiased perspective. Trump is trying, but he gonna need more than political power to get this done. It's bigger than political. It's bigger than that. Now we going towards the biblical side. Now this was always a spiritual warfare. This was always spiritual warfare. And yes, like somebody said earlier, we right in the middle of it. And these people feel as though they're right for what they're doing. Now, years ago, we could go back to the Bush era and see what they did to Iran. You think Iran gonna fall for that shit again? You got another thing coming. I'm not playing. This gonna be a problem if this take off and America is leading the charge, or the United States is leading the charge. And we thinking all this protest against ICE or something. Now, it will be a legitimate cause as to the reason why people gonna be protesting against a war that they gonna blame Trump for, by the way. They're gonna blame it on, I'm gonna call it right now. If a war spark off between Israel and Iran, they gonna blame Trump. And people gonna fall for it. And Trump is against that. And I got endless videos showing Trump saying that he against this. Endless. I could dedicate a whole doc on that. Like straight up. He been against that since day one. He wanted to drain the swamp. Couldn't. He found out how big that swamp was. And everybody involved. Democrat and Republican. His first term, woo, look at all them people he trusted. And all them people he had to get rid of. That was his reputation on the line. He was pissed. He can't do nothing about it. And I was telling people then. I said, I heard him. He said we're gonna drain the swamp. We're gonna get Hillary. He called her Hillary. When I found out that he doubled back on Hillary Clinton, I said, oh, something up. I was like, oh man, let me pay closer attention. And I went deep and I said, okay, they can't do nothing. They got their finger on Trump. Like they got their finger on Trump's forehead, like stop right there. He can't go but so far. And he not a politician. At all. Keep that in mind, Trump not no politician. All he trying to do is have great business with these countries And these countries ain't trying to do great business with him. He's trying to make it fair. Because everybody has been mistreating and taking advantage of America. Because every other country has been mistreating America and taking advantage of America. Historically, I've been researching this for 11 years now. Historically, this is always, and again, some of y'all thought Trump was the savior. I knew better. There's no way, even if you were the president, you go come up in there and change any rule and regulation that you did not set. When you got Protestants and Catholics fighting against each other, I'm gonna say it again. You got Protestants and Catholics fighting against each other. And look, they still are together at the same time. They making it look like they're against each other. That's a false narrative. They still together. But they want you to be against each other. They want you to do their dirty work while they sit back and laugh at you and make money off of your ignorance. Your mother told you he was the real deal, Dane? Yeah, she sure did. And I told my mother, and she'll tell you that he can't do nothing. And still to this very day, my point stands. As much as people love Trump, he can't do it. He can't do it on his own. Put it like that. It's literally going to have to take people it's going to have to be the people. Put that in. This ain't got, let's put aside the race for a second. Put aside the different skin complexions, all of that. Let's put that to the side. The only way this can stop is if the people step up and make it stop. And it's going to have to be bigger than protests. Because protests is a demonstration done to politicize whatever they see fit. This is bigger than policy. This is beyond policy. So it's not about get that governor, get that mayor, get that politician in play. It's bigger than that, especially when Israel control it. You said Trump needs to ask us for our help. Man. I mean, people just got to put it together. But they're going to be, that's why they constantly have distractions out there. Like this ICE situation is a distraction. When they're distracted by stuff like the small stuff like that, they're not going to see the bigger picture like this. This part right here is so major. You said he doesn't have credibility with the people anymore. You talking about Trump? I mean, I gotta disagree with that. If you're talking about Trump, I gotta disagree with that. But I know I disagree with that to a certain degree. But Trump is losing a lot of support. So that's why I said to a certain degree. Because I've seen Candace Owens, who is a big supporter of Trump, drop out of supporting Trump. I saw Alex Jones, big supporter of Trump, drop out of supporting Trump. I saw Joe Rogan, big supporter of Trump, drop out of supporting Trump. I saw Elon Musk, big supporter of Trump, drop out of supporting Trump on a major scale. Then he came back, and then still not the same. I'm seeing people really trying to get behind him. Like, look, we gonna set you up with this. We gonna set you up with that. I think Trump's scared. It's either that or Trump don't want that type of heat no more. I mean, they literally tried to take him out. And they said, okay, you thought that wasn't real? Well, let's get rid of somebody that's close to you, that's young, that you think is up and coming. Let's take him out too. And use him as an example. Charlie Kirk. A mega supporter of Trump, pun intended. And they took him out. And that was it. I'm talking about all over that. That was Israel all over that. They was all over that so much. I did like 3 videos, and the third one I said I gotta stop. Because people not gonna listen to that. They not gonna listen to the overall, like they think Candace Owens is crazy for pointing out the fact that it's Israel all over that. Dane, why are you supporting Charlie Kirk? I wasn't supporting Charlie Kirk. I'm telling you why they took him out, which is very important. That's more important than Charlie Kirk. It was his messages of what he was saying that was against the regime right at the end. And keep in mind, he was getting paid by them at first. And then witnessed what they were doing to their own people and exposed it. And then they took him out. And they warned Trump, if he do the same thing, you gone. And look at how many people they paid. They paid off his own organization. Charlie Kirk's own organization set him up. TPUSA set him up. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You said Charlie Kirk is not dead. Yeah, okay. That boy gone. That boy gone. The same reason why they got rid of Charlie Kirk is the same reason why they got rid of people like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Michael Jackson, Prince. The same reason. Anytime you got a major platform and you go against the regime, they trying to take you out. I don't trust his wife. I don't like her. I don't like her. And don't get me started on that. I do not like her. I don't trust her. Yeah, Tupac too. Yeah. Tupac too. And Tupac mother. Meaning that they spoke the truth and they got taken out. But no, as far as Erica, I don't like her. I don't trust her. I do not trust her. Something up with her. And she stood ahead of TPUSA. And she's still getting paid. And they admitted that they got paid from Israel. Dane, I'm tripping? What am I tripping on? Last time I checked, my shoes was tied. What am I tripping on? I don't trust her at all. She got a mean ass eye with her. Something up with her eye. Something up with her eyes. I don't like her. She got some evil behind her. Her energy is off. I don't like that. Notice I didn't say anything about her but that. I'm not putting the blame on her. I just said I don't like her. But she's at the head of TPUSA. I don't like her. No, Erica. Her name is Erica. Y'all know my DC accent. What you want me to say, Erica? What the fuck? Erica. Like, I'm from DC. Erica. You said she looked like the devil, man. What? I'm talking about the first go round. Even that, it's just, no. I don't trust her. I'm gonna just leave it like that. You said you think she played a part? Man, listen. She keying millions of dollars now. Keying, ha. Yeah, and I remember when Charlie was. I don't trust her. Men, I don't care what she looked like. You stay away from them type of women. When you get that vibe and that vibe is off, run. Run. What's your take on Nicki Minaj getting on her platform? Uh-oh. Nicki Minaj got on who platform? Wait a minute. Tell me. Nicki Minaj got on who platform? The TPUSA? They dropped Candace for Nicki? Uh-oh. Oh, no. I didn't know that. Let me look at it first. You said it was creepy? Is this recent? I'm about to pull it up. When did this happen? No, I didn't see that. I didn't see Nicki Minaj with Erica. You said it was hella creepy a few days ago? Hold on. Is it on YouTube? I'm about to pull it up right now.
But I hit her.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me pull it up. I'm about to pull that thing up right now. Y'all don't mind, because we live, chat. We live. I mean, look, y'all telling me something that I didn't know. Hold on. All right, come on, chat. Look, speaking of Candace, goddamn, Google, y'all get on my goddamn nerves listening to all the conversation. Speaking of Candace, they pulled Candace up. I'm not even signed in. I'm on Brave. Can't even trust Brave no more, bruh. All right. So y'all said Erica, Kirk, and Nicki Minaj. All right, hold on. Let me see. 1 month ago? Y'all said a few days ago. 1 month ago. Watch Erica Kirk bring out our special guest. 12/21. I mean, that wasn't 1 month ago, was it? That was only a few days ago. Wait a minute, why is it saying 1 month? Wait a minute. December 21st, 2025. Is this the one y'all talking about? Is this the right one? So this is, yes, this is the right one. No, I saw Nicki with Trump. I did see that. But that Nicki with Trump was a few days ago. Okay, so this is the right one. All right, hold on, let me hear this. So she went Turning Point. She got, look, she got on her gothic outfit right here. Getting a little gothic.
So those of you who know, Charlie was very good about having a surprise for every AmFest. And we are so blessed to have you. We are so grateful. I mean...
Thank you. I'm honored to be here. I am honored to be here. Thank you for having me.
Love you guys. So we're just gonna dive right into this.
I'm not gonna lie, she looked different. Now she looks smaller, like she lost a lot of weight. She looked different right here.
You had some fun words for Governor Newsom.
Look at how much weight she lost.
I have to read these tweets because they're amazing and they are so funny. Okay, first one. We'll do this one. Unless you want to read it in your own voice. I think it'd be really great. Okay.
Oh, Gabby Poo. It only gets worse from here for you, buddy. It's the end of the road for you, my love. Get on the nearest jet ski and let that beautiful hair blow in the wind. It'll make you happier than this race that you will not win. Enjoy life. Peace.
Okay. One more.
Why not? Imagine being the guy running on wanting to see trans kids. Haha, not even a trans adult would run on that. Normal adults wake up and think they want to see healthy, safe, happy kids. Not Gav. The Gav nots. Gav not in, Gav out. Send in the next guy. I'm bored.
So I'm just going to let you riff. Like, I want you to say whatever you want to say to Mr. Newsom.
Dear Newscum, we don't have a problem cleaning up the scum if we have to. Please tread lightly. That's what I would say to Gabby Poo.
So with regard to the current administration, what has been maybe the biggest surprise for you, or something that you just really has been put on your heart that you've learned about our president and our vice president?
Well,
I am muted. Good shit. No, I'm back. I was like, come on, y'all. Do y'all want me to? Come on, because I don't know. So, okay, they about to ask her some questions. This is an interview, right? What? I mean, so what y'all want me to? I mean, it's 32 minutes long. What am I supposed to? Can y'all give me a timestamp? Well, hold on. Speaking of timestamp, apparently it got traction right here. It says most replayed right here. All right, so let me skip up because that part right there boring. Hold on, let me see something.
I don't need someone with blonde hair and blue eyes to downplay their beauty because I know my beauty. Do you understand? It doesn't bother me that a woman feels and says that she's beautiful. Amen. Why shouldn't she feel that? Why have we gotten to a point where certain colors or certain kinds of people have to be afraid of loving themselves and loving the way they look? Like, isn't that wild?
Nikki. You got a BBL. I was following you before you got that BBL. You got the BBL because you didn't like the way you looked. Stop it, Nikki. You was pretty. Definitely. You still pretty. You ain't had no butt back there, which was fine. We was cool with it. But you turned around and got that BBL because your insecurities. You didn't have to. You still would have sold records. We still would have bought the album. We still would have been a fan. So.
And so for little girls, I don't want what was done to little black girls done to little white girls. I don't want it done to any girls. I want all the little girls in the world to know that you are unique. You are beautiful. You are you, and you can compliment another girl. You can compliment another woman and still know that you are epic and amazing. So that's what I would say for the girls. And I know I know my adults understand clearly where I'm going with that, where I'm getting, I don't like that. I don't like people making other people feel badly about themselves in any way. We need to nurture young girls. Yes, whether they are black, white, Asian, Hispanic, they still need to be nurtured. They cannot continue to pay for other people's sins. They haven't done anything wrong.
Amen. And what do you think about for young men? For young men.
And for young men, don't be new scum.
Okay, they're saying this is the most played part. Hold on, let me see.
Young men, you have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president.
Stop. I'm done. Okay, all right. So I can't believe y'all wanted me to pull that up. Seriously? Seriously? Chat. This is what y'all want? I'm done. We're not watching that. I'm not watching. Y'all can go watch it. Dang, you need to see it. For what? Seriously? Seriously? I thought y'all was about to tell me. What? Y'all said this like this was a few days ago. This was a month ago. 12/21/2025. 2025. Okay. So anyway, let me continue with the lie. What? Chat. Some of y'all just wanted to see Nicki Minaj. That's all that was. Go to her Instagram then. Y'all just wanted to see Nicki. That's all that was. Y'all wanted to see Nicki in that. I can't wait. I hope one day BBLs go out of style. I hope BBLs go out of style one day. I hope. All right, moving along. Because Nicki was pretty without it. All right. Let me, let's do it. Okay, I played that one. And then, hold on, let me make sure. All right, now this is Will McCain showing how, wait, is this girl the senator? Wait, let me play it. I forgot what her position was.
How about Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar?
Congresswoman, that's what she was.
This year, she shot down claims that she's actually a millionaire. She wrote, "My salary is $174,000 before taxes. I don't have stock or own a home, and I'm still paying off my student debt. So if you're going to lie on something that is public, maybe try checking my financial statements, and you will see I barely have thousands, let alone millions." Well, people have checked the public records now. Ilhan Omar apparently has a net worth upwards of $30 million, somewhere between $60 and $30 million. And get this, it's because of companies run and owned by her husband, who in 2023 had a net worth of $51,000. In 1 year, that $51,000 grew from $6 to $30 million. 3,500% growth in 1 year. Woo! What a good communist. It's always equality for you, elitism for those in power.
Whoa, okay. Okay, now if he's alluding to the fact that he did it illegally, then if I was Will Kane, I would have put that up. Because I'm not trying to say that people could become millionaires overnight, But what if he opened up a business? Not to say that I'm on his side, but I'm just saying, what if he opened up a particular business that gave him, or he netted that type of money? But if you wanted to allude to the fact that he's doing it fraudulently, you know what I mean? I would have put some more seasoning on that food and put some stuff up. All right. Okay. All right, let's keep it pushing. Yeah, right. Or if you hit the line. I mean, but that's public. Well, no, in some cases, you don't have to make that public record. You can find out in a way. All right, now on that same topic, where we was referring to the IRS earlier, I wanted to bring this up. Remember, I said I wanted to show you something else that the IRS was doing? I'm not going to mention it. I'm going to just let it play. Watch
Meanwhile,
this.
happening today, the House Judiciary Committee holding the hearing on Capitol Hill over artificial intelligence, surveillance, and intellectual property. Joining us now, House Judiciary Committee member, Congresswoman Harriet Hageman. Congresswoman, thank you for joining us. You and the chairman, Jim Jordan, of course, recently opened an inquiry into the IRS using AI to surveil Americans' financial information. What is most concerning to you about these practices?
Thank you for having me. And what we have learned is that the IRS, in fact, has been using AI to access bank accounts of American citizens without any kind of a search warrant or even without any specific claim that they have committed a crime. So this was something that was discovered by an undercover journalist. And what they found is that the IRS has claimed that they have access to every single person's bank account. This person also indicated that they've been working with the Department of Justice and that they have absolutely no problem whatsoever going after the little guy to make sure that they are paying their taxes. This is such a blatant violation.
Let me repeat that one more time. Hey, see, this is what I'm talking about. That's a whole class action lawsuit that should be going with. Ooh. Okay, hold on.
Has been using AI to access bank accounts of American citizens without any kind of a search warrant or even without any specific claim that they have committed a crime. So this was something that was discovered by an undercover journalist, and what they found is that the IRS has claimed that they have access to every single person's bank account. This person also indicated that they've been working with the Department of Justice and that they have absolutely no problem whatsoever going after the little guy to make sure that they are paying their taxes. This is such a blatant violation of the Fourth Amendment that we have, Jim Jordan and I sent a letter to the IRS demanding that they provide additional information about what they are doing with AI and what they are doing to protect the civil rights of America.
Now keep in mind, remember when I showed you guys that the government purchased, got a contract with OpenAI. OpenAI is the owner of ChatGPT. ChatGPT can write scripts, if you don't know that. And what I mean by that is that they could literally create apps, and they can create open-ended apps where, yeah, they could grab people's information. Now, for the government to take control over that, I knew that was a problem. That's why I mentioned it in one of the live streams when it happened, when the government got a contract with them. And it was a substantial amount. That was like, it grew from $30 million to almost $300 million. 300 million. Don't quote me on that 300 million because it could be more than that. But it was a lot of money over time. And yeah, I knew they were doing it for something, and here we are.
Citizens. So, Congresswoman, what's the end game here? Because at the end of the day, you can't put the AI genie back in the bottle, and it's so easy to use these technologies in the way that you're suspecting the IRS is. How do you protect American citizens and our constitutional rights?
Well, one of the things is we need a new administration in November, because this administration has been absolutely lawless in terms of its surveillance of us, of members of Congress, of local officials, of people who are protesters, of voters. This administration has completely ignored the Bill of Rights, whether it's the First Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, the Fifth Amendment. They have weaponized the government against us. So one of the things we have to do is we have to have a new administration come this November. But the other thing that we need to do is have accountability for these federal officials. One of the things that I have introduced with Representative Dan Bishop, and it has actually come out of committee, is the First Amendment Accountability Act. And what we're trying to do is hold federal employees liable for violating the First Amendment rights of American citizens. We already have those rights with regard to the Fourth and Fifth Amendment, but what's crazy is most people don't even realize that the IRS is directly accessing our bank accounts, and they're doing it through AI. The courts need to step in. We need to stop this kind of blatant violation of our constitutional rights. Again, we need a new administration, but we also need to hold these agencies accountable for their violations of the law.
Congresswoman, when you put IRS together with AI, what it tells me is they are definitely coming after people who make way less than $400,000 a year. Is that what you're seeing? Is this a move to get money out of the middle class?
Absolutely it is. And what you're referencing is when they claimed that they needed another 87,000 IRS agents, but they weren't going to target the little guy. They weren't targeting the middle class. They were targeting the wealthy who were not paying their fair share. The gentleman who works for the IRS that exposed the fact that they were using AI specifically stated that they like going after the little guy. They want to go after the little guy because they can't defend themselves. So they're not going after the people who make more than $400,000 a year. They're going after everyone in violation of our Fourth Amendment rights.
Congresswoman, thank you so much for helping us shed light on this issue. We really appreciate your time.
Okay, that was weird. November 2026. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me think real quick. What? Okay, are they voting again this November? Hold on. Okay, they got midterms. Are they doing any votes for the House? Oh, House and Senate races again? They do that? How often is that done? Oh, so it is midterm? It's midterm. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, Congress. Okay. Why y'all calling her Miss Doubtfire? Oh, why y'all doing that? Chat. Oh my God, chat. Why y'all do that? She do look like, that's wild. Chat, y'all wild, bruh. Y'all wild. So I hope y'all was paying attention to the message. How y'all right though. She do remind you of Miss Doubtfire. Shout out to Robin Williams. She do though. Y'all, oh my goodness. Y'all crazy. I can't believe y'all. Chat, y'all wild. Okay. Y'all wild, chat. Y'all on joke time right now. This was a serious matter. And y'all calling her Robin. I mean, he did. Like, if I pull up a picture, let me not do that. If I indulge in what y'all doing. That is hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. That's Robin Williams reincarnated. Y'all are hilarious. Man, Miss Harriet putting it out there now. Come on now. Ain't she a Republican? If I'm not mistaken, I think she's a Republican. Okay. Right. All right, so, okay. So let's take it to something different, slightly. Y'all crazy, chat. Y'all crazy. All right, let me switch the music up. Am I about to play something eerie? Nah, I'm not. So let me play some M16 beats real quick. Because I think, hold on, let me double check, make sure. I think I played all of that. Dealing with the corruption, with the SNAP benefits, all that crap going on in Minnesota. Okay, yeah. The IRS use of AI targeting the middle class and the American citizens. And wait a minute. Oh yeah, okay. I remember this. I guess this guy's name is. Wait.
My name is Rogelio Martinez.
Rogelio Martinez in Long Beach, Cali.
I am calling all 55 gangs in my beautiful city. I expect a gang leader from every gang, all 55 gangs, and I'm not going to name them by name, but I'm calling the Latino gangs. I'm calling the Cambodian gangs.
You had to write this down?
I'm calling the Filipino gangs.
Wait a minute.
I'm calling the black gangs.
What? You had to write that down?
I'm calling the Pacific Islander gangs. I'm calling all gang leaders to meet me right here, Long Beach City Hall, this coming Monday. Why Monday? Specifically, I need you to be here to meet me in person to take back this city. Because our leadership is not doing anything about it, and our police are powerless. Once again, let me be very clear. My name is Rogelio Martinez, your 2026 Long Beach City Mayor, and I need your help.
Wait, he's the mayor? Wait a minute, Los Angeles. Is this your mayor? Wait, Los Angeles? That's not y'all mayor. This can't be, right? LA, this y'all mayor? Why he calling on the gangs? Oh, he's running for mayor? Mayor of Long Beach? Long Beach, okay. Long Beach, California, okay. Karen Bass is LA, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, but why, okay, let me listen to him. Why he calling on the gangs?
Mayor, and I need your help. I need to see 55 gang leaders here this coming Monday.
That's dry snitching.
We need to take back the city. Enough is enough. ICE needs to get out of Long Beach. And
this is over. ICE? Seriously? Okay. Stop, bro. Just stop. Okay. All right. Moving on. Let me put my glasses back on. You want the gangs to come down to the city hall of Long Beach. The gang leaders. You dry snitching and said it was 55 for them to get arrested? Like, because what you think you about to do? What you think they gonna do? That's setting them up. Like, the police gonna be like, man, all 55 of them about to come. Everybody get their handcuffs ready. We'll be able to lock all of them up and stop gang wars. What? Man, you just lost your... If I was in Long Beach, I would not be voting for him. Moving on. What the hell was this? That you setting them up. Okay. Oh no, bro. That's messed up. I need 55 of the gang members to meet me at City Hall so you can be arrested and we can stop the gang violence in Long Beach, California. Ain't nobody, what? You lost your mind, bruh. They'll meet your ass at a gas station. And they ain't gonna meet you for that reason. So anyway, on some more powerful news. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me play this real quick.
We need to know what really happened. And we were prisoners of war, family. We were never shipped or transported from Africa.
Stop. First of all, shout out to Tim, Mr. Tim, and Miss Phoebe.
Set it on fire. Fire.
On YouTube.
Fire.
Tim and Phoebe on YouTube. They be going in. They be going in for a minute. That's my favorite aunt and uncle online. My favorite. That's my favorite aunt and uncle online. Tim and Phoebe do not play, okay?
We need to know what really happened. And we were prisoners of war.
She looked like she could lead a pack of women. Because, okay, y'all gotta see, is he in here too? Hold on, I gotta find a video. Because y'all need to see how clean both of them are. I'm talking about clean, bruh. They so clean. And I mean, I love this, bruh. I love this. This is perfect. And he in the back, Tim like, Tim. Y'all gotta watch their live streams. I try not to comment because I don't want to cause a distraction, but I be watching it and I be in the zone, bruh. It is entertaining. It's absolutely hilarious, and they are very serious at the same time. They do be going over very serious matters, and but they be having a ball at the same time. Yeah, they always be dripped. They be, man, what? Every single time I see them, they got on something fly. I'm trying to get like them when I get their age. Man, that thing. And I know what they got on cost money. That hat, probably 200. Them rings, them earrings, probably like 150. Let me stop. All right, let me keep going.
We need to know what really happened. And we were prisoners of war, family. We were never shipped or transported from Africa. If anything, your mind was transported to and from Africa. But it was never your body or your kinfolk's body.
Talk! Yeah, their channel, their channel is Tim and Phoebe. Wait, what's the name of their channel? Like their direct name. It's Tim and Phoebe. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Wait a minute. Hold on, can you get that for me? Either Levante or Blue, can y'all get their channel link for me? I don't have it. Yeah, it's Tim and Phoebe, yes. This is Tim and Phoebe. Yep, they're husband and wife. My favorite aunt and uncle, period. Hands down. Online. Is it Tim and Phoebe as their channel? That's the name of their channel? Hold on, before we move forward, let me make sure that we grab that. But just be looking at the chat, y'all. Just be looking at the chat. Okay, here it is. So it's Tim and Phoebe Real Talk. Tim and Phoebe Real Talk. There it is. Blue just dropped the link right here. Or was it Real Talk with Blue? Hold on. With Tim and Phoebe. Wait, let me see. No, it's Real Talk with Tim and Phoebe. That's what it is. It's Real Talk with Tim and Phoebe. Now you good. Y'all good. We got it. This is their channel. Hold on, let me move it over. This is their channel right here. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna do it live. Look, because that was that one right there. What in the world? Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, what? Oh, they made their subscribers member only. I mean,
Omar, the pimp of Pan-Africanism.
He ain't no pimp, he's a whore.
That's right.
Of Pan-Africanism.
Exactly. You know who the big pimps were? W.D. Du Bois.
Marcus Garvey. He's sitting up hoeing for Pan-Africanism.
And he's a
I don't need I want to ask them where they from, because I don't know why they giving me a Chicago swag. Both of them. This is both of them right here. Oh, they made it members only. I'm gonna have to become a member. I'm not trying to put their members only content out there without their permission, but I'm gonna become a member. Hold on. I want to play a video when it's both. Wait a minute. Hold up. Like, yeah. Okay, this was 1 month ago. All right. Hold on. Hold on.
It would cure my dog Minnie's obsessive.
Wait, let me play. Let me show y'all that style real quick. Look at how clean they are. Look at the. Hey, they clean as hell, bruh. But I swear it's Chicago all over it, bruh. It just seemed like it's Chicago. I could be wrong.
Oh, Phil, and welcome back, family. You know what it is. It's another edition of Real Talk. Now, what we're going to talk about today is we're going to get into the lies. We're going to burn up the lies that have been perpetrated on us about our identity and about every aspect of our lives.
Absolutely. And those aspects transcend time and space. A lot of these lies have been told generation by generation. One of the biggest lies ever told is about our identity and where we come from. If you don't know who you are, you're gonna find out today. I don't care if you white, black, or in between. This is gonna benefit everybody.
And see, remember, a lot of these lies have been perpetrated in the school books, in the media, in movies and television, but we're gonna get to the bottom of it today.
Absolutely, and all of this correlates. So by the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer view of where these lies originated and how you can break free from these lies.
All right, listen, they going in, y'all. So look, make sure that y'all subscribe to their channel. I'm not playing. Subscribe to their channel, please. Matter of fact, it's their channel at 20,000 subscribers. I need y'all to boost that up to 50, please. Boost it up to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the month, please. Please. You said they disappeared, but they came back. Nah, man, people got life going on, man. People got life going on. They ain't disappeared. They just took a quick break. They back. They back. And when I go live, we gonna add another 50,000 to them so they can have 100,000. I agree. They need to have more exposure for sure. I would love to get them on the panel. Matter of fact, I'm gonna reach out to them and ask them what they like to join, because I'm about to get back on camera myself. I know for a fact I'm gonna have to throw something clean on that day. Because I ain't about to you ain't about to leave me hanging like that. I'm gonna throw something clean on. You said they were out of Texas? Oh, I ain't know that. Wait a minute, they out here? You lying. Where did y'all know? Well, let me talk to them. Don't put in the chat where they from in Texas or where they at in Texas. Don't put their personal stuff on. Hey, seriously, don't put their personal stuff in the chat. Don't put their personal stuff in the chat. I'll find out. Especially now, you know what I'm saying, that I just did that. Please don't put their personal stuff in there. Yeah. Now I believe to me that remind me of, you said Illinois? They from Illinois? Yeah, it remind me of Chicago, big time. All right, so let me keep it pushing. Hold up. All right.
Right, racists, we're going to address this again since the inferior people are struggling. Black Americans are the only indigenous people on this land. Melanated people are the only people around the world.
Now, shout out to However Kaba. I want to have him on the panel as well. He been going in lately too. He's on TikTok, by the way. He's on TikTok. Now, I shouted him out before. This was when basically, I believe that's when he was first starting. I knew he was about to be on fire. But well, we gonna link up. I'll link up with him.
We're going to address this
He be
again,
going there.
since the inferior people are struggling. Black Americans are the only indigenous people on this land. Melanated people are the only people around the world who are indigenous on every land, no matter their ethnic group. Uncivilized lands all have the same genetic connection, melanated skin with varying shades of brown. And those groups are not connected to Africa, just like Black Americans aren't connected to Africans ethnically. The actual American Indian, known as the Black Americans, are the ethnic group of North America, not
Come on now. Come on
Just
now.
like Black Americans aren't connected to Africans ethnically. The actual American Indian, known as the Black Americans, are the ethnic group of North America, not descendants of Africans. Let's dismantle the greatest public relations fraud ever committed, the desperate multiracial campaign to erase the true indigenous Black American from this land. There is a coordinated effort, a relentless lie, designed to make Black Americans believe they are a guest in someone else's house. But the unchangeable archaeological and historical truth is that Black Americans are the foundation. They were here first. And by here, I mean the world, every country, every strip of land. And they built the civilization that we are all destroying. The lie about Africa is to confuse and mislead so that the theft can keep going on. Black Americans weren't even considered African American until 1988 by Jesse Jackson, unknown Cherokee Indian.
Oh shit. Oh man. I know them people, man, that he talking. All right, come on.
Africa is to confuse and mislead so that the theft can keep going on. Black Americans weren't even considered African American until 1988 by Jesse Jackson, unknown Cherokee Indian. So they'll pay a Black American leader to lie and sell out while classifying himself correctly despite the lie. If Black Americans came from Africa by boat in the 1600s, America didn't figure this out.
And by the way, he had he was registered. He was registered. Who was he with? I believe was he with the Cherokee Nation? Hold on, I'm trying to recall it correctly. He had his ID, Jesse Jackson. He's registered. Oh man, I forgot which tribe. I believe it was I think he's registered with Cherokee out of Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken. He's registered though. He definitely has his card. He's card carrying.
And this isn't just a white lie. This is a lie woven by $5 pretendians, by secret treaties between immigrant groups, by decades of policy and propaganda, all aimed at one single goal: convincing the world that the original people of this soil simply do not exist. They have every story in the world about the false history. And then you ask for ship manifest and evidence of ships, and then suddenly they can't produce them. But they show you evidence of
Talk to them, bruh. Talk to them, bruh.
Exist. They have every story in the world about the false history. And then you ask for ship manifest and evidence of ships, and then suddenly they can't produce them. But they could show you evidence of the Titanic hundreds of feet under the ocean. They won't even show you the entirety of the Titanic under the water. Only a corner of...
Oh, stop, bruh. Stop, bruh. Hey, however, Commodore, look, we got to do something like this. When me and you go back and forth rapid fire, we both on camera, we go back and forth like this. We should go back and forth. We should do a couple on. We should do, yeah, not only on the, no, I agree. No, he should be on the panel, but we should definitely do stuff like this. This will be fun. Because I could do the rapid fire one as well. And because it's pretty, you know, it's pretty intelligent, but this, you got me over here crying, bro. It's water in my eyes because that was absolutely hilarious. Watch this.
Convincing the world that the original people of this soil simply do not exist. They have every story in the world about the false history. And then you ask for ship manifest and evidence of ships, and then suddenly they can't produce them. But they could show you evidence of the Titanic hundreds of feet under the ocean. They won't even show you the entirety of the Titanic under the water. Only a corner of this ship. They still parse that history. They have reclassified the true indigenous people, renamed you, and redrawn maps around you, hoping you would forget the land your spirit is made from. Now they deploy their little native influencers online.
Get on her! Oh! I did not know. I'm so glad you did that. Yeah, she one of them. Yeah, hey, hold on. Let me clap it up. I'm glad you did that. I got on her butt too. I'm glad you did that. I didn't see that. I'm glad you did that. Yeah, nah, she thought she was, and it fired right back at her. She thought she was cooking too, and it fired right back at her. Scared now. Now she in the corner, scared. And when I offered her a debate, she backed out. I wouldn't be debating Dane Calloway. Of course not. I seen that video. You know better than that.
Armed with fraudulent petitions and digital picket signs, begging platforms to remove you from your own story. They are performing a pathetic pantomime of indigeneity. If you are indigenous, why would you need outside help? What are they protecting? If you're truly indigenous Native Americans, how could someone take that from you? Why the sudden panic? Every post they make, every petition they circulate is an admission. You've been caught. And now history will be made. Every other race are the visitors. It is time, Black Americans. Time for you to start acting like the host in your home, because all of this is yours. It is time you start acting like the host.
I like that. Absolutely.
Set it on fire.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Nah, she ain't want to debate. She backed out. I seen that video. People sent it to me. When I offered her a debate, she made a video immediately because she was watching it, and I told y'all she was watching it. She made a video immediately and backed out. She ain't want nah. They're afraid of me. A lot of people are afraid. They realize when I get in the zone, you're gonna be in trouble, especially when I'm on camera. I'm not gonna be, you got another thing coming. But no, I'm going to collaborate with him. There's going to be a lot of other people I'm going to collaborate with as well. Yeah, but I got a top 5, and he definitely in my top 5 for sure. Yeah, his name is However, comma, on TikTok. He's on he is on Instagram as well. It may even be the same name on Instagram if he's doing it correctly. I hope he do have the, wait a minute, let me make sure. Hold on, let me double check that. I got to pull up my social media phone. I believe it is However, comma, on Instagram, just in case you on Instagram. He got the same stuff on Instagram. 1 second, let me double check. I'm double checking now. I got Instagram open. It is, okay, here we go. Yes, it is. It's the same. Well, he has 2 R's on his Instagram. So however, with 2 R's and then comma. So however, with 2 R's and then comma on Instagram. Matter of fact, it's 2 R's on TikTok as well. So however, with 2 R's, what you see right here. So I'm gonna, what I'm gonna do is I already reached out to him. That's already, I'm gonna let him know. You know what I'm saying? Like we're already, y'all good. But if it's anybody else that y'all wanna see us collab, like if we do videos together, one of them that's very good already told me that they're afraid. And I'm not gonna put that person's name out there, but they're afraid to go further. And I'm encouraging that person, and that person know who I'm talking about, to not be afraid. Some people are afraid, and I understand their reasoning, but you do not need to be afraid. No, don't be afraid. No. I'm not saying no names. I'm not giving no hints, no nothing. But yeah, I'm not playing. So, but one of them are afraid, and I'm trying to let that person know, don't be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. No, and by the way, that's not that person. That's not that person. It's not that person at all. But, you know, at all. In fact, I'm pretty sure that person would go ham. The one that you just mentioned. But no, it's not that person at all. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and, matter of fact, let him, I'm not gonna say nothing. No, I'm not gonna say male or female. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say anything. That's a private conversation. But I just want that person to know that you don't have to be afraid. It's not about being afraid. All right. And plus, they can't do nothing to you anyway when you're well protected. And you're well protected. All right. I'm going to come back to a few of these tomorrow. I'm not playing. I am going to be going live again tomorrow. I'm not playing. My new book is out. Okay, so I have time now. I'm closing out the other ones I'm working on, but I got time now. So if y'all didn't see it in the beginning, this is out right now. Right now, the quality of your life is based on the quality of the questions you ask. A lot of the questions that y'all asked, I answered them and repeated your questions just to remind you inside of this book. A lot of people ask me, Dane, what do I do once I receive my genealogy or once I receive the land back that my ancestors once had? This is it. Dane, what do I do? How do I start my trust? How do I build generational wealth? This is it. This is a master class in a book. Do not get discouraged because it's 400 pages. I made it as simple as possible. I'm talking to you in my documentary voice. You're gonna notice that. And I'm calm and collected. I'm not beating you down. I'm not flooding you with a bunch of information. I'm giving it to you bit by bit, start to finish. In my opinion, this is the best book that I ever created so far. Why? Because I literally took my time to get this done. This one was a year and a half in the making. And this was a lot. A lot of people could attest to this, that no, me personally, this was a lot. This took a lot. But yeah, this is the one that you need now. And don't let this sit on a shelf and collect dust. Don't let this become a collection and you just let it sit and just, it just look pretty because you like that matte black and that gold. No, you need to utilize this in your real life. Immediately utilize it. I'm not joking. This is the full one. Just in case you want to see what the back is, this is what it's going to look like front to back. I don't have my barcode on that one. But yeah, this is what it looked like front to back. And it's hardcover, paperback, anywhere books are sold, and especially Amazon. If you want the digital version, meaning download it to your phone or any device, you have to go to DaneMakeYouThink.com. DaneMakeYouThink.com to get the digital version. Don't think that you're getting the paperback or hardcover from my website. No, you are not. The paperback or hardcover are in stores and on stores online. The reason why I say Amazon first is because Amazon is being used by a lot of people when they're grabbing their books. Now, I appreciate that. I'm gonna see you all tomorrow. I promise, I'm not playing. I'm promising that I'm going live again tomorrow because I had other stuff I wanted to go over. But I see we already basically 4 hours into the live stream. All right, and it's late too. I know people gotta go to work. It's 2 o'clock for some people, 1 o'clock for some people. And what is it, like 11 for some people? I know the West Coast, y'all would have, but dang, you could have, what time? I'm trying to push it for 6 or 7 p.m. tomorrow. 6 or 7 p.m. tomorrow. That's the goal. I'm trying to go at 6 or 7 p.m. tomorrow. I want to be earlier than I was tonight. Because it is some other stuff I want to go over and put up. So we're going to be doing that. So now that I have more time, y'all going to see me more active. That's my promise to you. I'm more active now. Is there a statute of limitations on land? It depends on what you're referring to. That totally depends on what you're referring to. It depends on your situation. Like if you guys have questions like that, I will open up the panel tomorrow. If you want me to open up the panel about that and we have a discussion about land, yes, it's on Amazon right now. Yes. If you want to do that, drop 13 in the chat right now. I'll make sure that I'm set up tomorrow where we could pick it up from there. And if you guys want to ask questions about that, I'm right here. I'm right here. So 13. So y'all want, okay. Now don't forget, y'all saying that y'all want that to happen, y'all gotta pop up. And y'all gotta remind me, because I'ma forget. Keep in mind, I be forgetting people's names. I be forgetting people. Listen, I got a lot of information to process, so don't take this wrong. And I'm telling you right now, don't take it wrong if I forget. Just remind me, okay? Please. But again, yeah, this is out right now. No, it's not sold out. It shouldn't be sold out, not that fast. Yes, it's in stores. It will be in stores, all of the stores, within 48 hours from today. But yes, you can get it online on their stores right now and order it to you. Have it. I'm talking about the paperback and the hardcover. It'll probably be starting to ship to you between the 7th and the 8th of this month. Yep. But this is good to go. It's ready to go right now. And if you want the digital version, it's on my website, DaneMakeYouThink.com, right now. Digital version. Literally, click download and it's on your phone. And start reading. And do not let this pause. Oh, I'm gonna come back to it. You need to do this now. This is for you and your family. I'm not playing. You don't have to be a millionaire to get this stuff done. It's not about how much money you make. It's about protecting you and your family and every asset that you own or that you will soon own, including that house and that life insurance. All of that is in there. I'm not playing. Everything in there is in there. Yes, you can get it's up to you. If you want the digital copies, get the digital copies. I'm just telling you where it's located at. The physical copies is not on my website. At least not right now. I may change that up later. But for right now, I needed a break. I was working very hard. So I needed a break. So I'm leaving that up to other people. I'm leaving that part right there up to Amazon and Barnes and Nobles and them. Because not right now. But the digital version is on my website for sure. It's on DaneMakeYouThink.com. Yep. But yeah, as soon, I'm talking about the physical copies are going to be in the stores within 24 to 48 hours from now. But you can still order the physical copies right now from their websites, like Barnes and Nobles, Amazon. You know Amazon is going to be faster. So that's why I say Amazon. Amazon is going to be faster with getting it to you. Yep. But yeah. And don't worry, they don't take the percentage. I got my own publishing. I own my own barcodes. I have my own publishing company. Don't y'all think that I got to deal with Amazon. No, I don't. No, I don't. I have my own publishing. So just in case people asking, yeah, I did mine legit. I learned mine years ago. Years ago, I learned my lesson years ago. I have full ownership, 100%. All right. So y'all take care. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow between 6, 7. Oh no, I say that number. Oh man, I sure did. I said that number. Whatever. I see y'all tomorrow. God, I told myself I'm never gonna say that number again. Y'all take care. Why though? And now I hope I got the new outro on here. Uh-oh, I hope I got the new outro on here. Let me see.
OCO free thinkers.
I make you think, yeah. I make you think, I make you think, yeah. I make you think, yeah. I made you think, yeah. I made you think, I make you think, yeah. I make you
He's
think.
here to make you think.
I make you think, yeah. I make you think, I make you think, yeah. I make you think, yeah. I made you think, yeah. I made you think, I make you think.
It's Dane Calloway.